Hello, how's it going? How are you all doing? Well, what a week. I've been like super tired all week, but I was thinking of cancelling stream, but I can't do that to you, can I? Can't do that. Well, I do need to sort out my camera settings though. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I was gonna do some gaming tonight, but I thought we'll just keep it nice and casual. We'll just watch a couple videos to start, and then maybe later do some gaming, but we'll see. Okay. There we are. Okay, perfect. Hey, how you doing, Cherry? How are you doing, Graham? I'm doing good. Right. So I grabbed a few videos just to start with. Obviously we had quite a busy week last week. Didn't really get much time to actually stream and stream what I wanted to stream. But yeah, so last week I finished off Ninja Gaiden 4. Obviously when we tried to stream it, I don't know what was wrong with it, honestly. It was just so laggy. There was so much FPS drops, and then like I've been playing it off stream and I've had like no issues whatsoever. So I don't know whether it's just unoptimized and just didn't come out nice, but you know. But I really enjoyed that game. It was really fun. You get to, so I don't want to spoil too much. I'll just say that you get to play as Ryo towards the end of the game, and he's very fun to play, very strong. His skill set is very fluid. Hey, that's good. He felt like, compared to Yakumo, I feel like they put more effort into, well, I don't want to say more effort into him because he's only got the one weapon set, but the weapon set he's got is very fluid, whereas I feel with some of Yakumo's that they could be better. So like the first one, his 2 swords, it's nice and simple, not too complicated, and it's fairly fluid. Then you've got the lance, which I enjoyed it. It's like a lance drill. It was fun, but like pretty much as soon as you get like the next weapon onwards, I just kind of dropped it. So the next one was the staff. It was like a staff, like great hammer. The staff part of it was nice and fluid, but like I wasn't too keen on the hammer, because obviously with it being like a great hammer, it's going to be like a lot slower, but it didn't really have a move set, so to speak. You'd do like one of two, like you'd have like a 3-chain swing or like a 2-chain swing, and that was it. So it felt a bit underwhelming. And then the last one, the last one you get is probably the one I enjoyed the most for Yakumo. It's basically like a bag of different weapons. Think of like Tenten from Naruto. Basically it's got like loads of like weapons in and stuff. So your light attacks become ranged attacks. Hey, how you doing? Your light attacks become ranged attacks, and then your heavy attacks become melee. And then if you use your blood, I forgot what it's called, the blood spell form thing, it does like empowered ranged attacks. And then on the melee you grow like robot arms that kind of help you out. Hey, how you doing? So I enjoyed that one quite a lot, because I did find a lot throughout Ninja Gaiden 4 I was spamming light attacks most of the time. So having like that weapon where my ranged attack, my melee my light attacks are ranged attacks, it felt pretty nice, because if I wanted to go so I could poke like quite nicely at a distance, and then like if I got too close to someone, I could just switch into the melee. Because obviously you get shurikens normally, but the shurikens you normally get just they feel like they just don't do any damage or anything. They feel like it's more just kind of to try and interrupt an opponent. Hey, how you doing? That is one thing I will mention as well. So for those of you who aren't in the Discord, hey, no worries, man. No worries. Do what you got to do. So obviously after last week, I kind of took the decision to look in. So the emotes that I had before for this model, for my 2.0, were made by a certain individual that is no longer in the VTuber community, and I don't really feel comfortable using them anymore. So I've reverted back to my 1.0. I am in talks with the people who made my 1.0 to see if they can do like adjust them slightly, because they're not too different from my like 2.0 design, but I do kind of want to have that like little change done to them, so you can like look at it and go, yeah, that's Deja's 2.0, instead of it being like, well, that's Deja, but he's in a different outfit. So for now, we'll stick with them. But we'll have to see what happens. The one's got back to me, so because he did 3 for me, but I only need 2 of them changing. So he's gonna change them, and then I'm just waiting for someone else to get back to me about the rest. So hopefully we get it done. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, I did enjoy Ninja Gaiden 4. I think I kind of prefer Ryu though, because to me, like, Ninja Gaiden's always been Ryu's story, right? Like, even before the action series of Ninja Gaiden, you had like the I forgot what you call them, the like side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden. It was still, was it Ryu or it was his dad, wasn't it? Let me have a look. I'm pretty sure it was Ryu the whole time, wasn't it? Yeah, he's always been the main protagonist, hasn't he? So to me, it doesn't make sense why they kind of like got him to take a backseat on this one. Like, I get from the story perspective why it made sense for Yakumo to be the main character, but I think they could have done it in a way where you kind of picked between Ryu or Yakumo for the missions, and just like played as which one you preferred. Once you can, so you do get to play him in a few missions, and then at the end of the game, once you complete it, you do unlock Ryu as a playable character. So I'll probably go through at some point doing like a Ryu playthrough. I just felt like his abilities were just so smooth compared to Yakumo. Like, he's only got the one weapon, but it just felt so much better. And like using your like ninjutsu as well, like your fireball and everything, it just felt so good. Because that's what Yakumo kind of misses out on, which is a bit of a shame. But it's a shame. It's a shame I couldn't stream it. I just don't know. Yeah, I definitely recommend picking it up at some point. Honestly, I don't feel it was worth full price. But I would say it's a good game. But games are just so expensive these days. Like, for me, I hadn't picked up like a AAA game for a while, so I was like, yeah, I'm kind of a fan of the series and stuff, so I'll pick it up at some point. And then I was just like, you know what, let me just pick it up and play it, because I know I'll enjoy it. Yeah, well, I mean, most of the games I've picked up recently, I picked up Mega Bonk, which was like about 8 quid, I think, or 10 quid. Ball X Pit, which was like 10 quid. Shrine's Legacy, which is like a SNES style 16-bit RPG. I play a lot of simulators on, especially on stream, so they're always fairly cheap. Like I want to get the new Digimon game, but I can't justify the price. Yeah, just as I said it as well. Yeah, like the Digimon game looks so good, but I can't justify the price. I played the demo, and the demo was really good, right? I feel like for like a Monster Hunter type game, it's probably the best Monster Hunter type game I've played in a long time. Because it's got like a lot of stuff that you kind of want in monster hunting, like being able to just like instantly execute and like auto win battles just from attacking them in like the open world, if you've got enough power, is really nice because it speeds up like farming and stuff, which is kind of what you want. But you don't really, I don't know, it's just the price is like so much for what it is. I mean, you've got stuff like Hollow Knight that came out earlier this year that was like, what? It was like 15 quid, brand new. And like, I've still got to finish playing that. I did end up picking up Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth. Honestly, if you're looking for like a cheap alternative, look at Cyber Sleuth, because I think it was about £5 I paid for it. And I got the complete edition, and that gives you, so you've got like 2 story modes. You've got like the regular story mode, and then like the hackers story mode, which is pretty cool. But it's nice and cheap, so I can't complain. The only problem is it kind of gives like what was it? It's like DS, Game Boy Advance type vibes with it, so it's a bit of a shame. But for the price I paid, I'm not really gonna complain too much. But it's very much just a turn-based Digimon game. That was it as well. So I want to look at playing Wu Chang again as well, because I got so far into it, but I just gave up because the game was just so hard. I don't know whether it was like how I was building her or like where I was in the game, but like I was just struggling on bosses, and I just was like, I need a break, man. It's a shame as well, because like I wanted to kind of give Wu Chang a service, because I'd actually reached out to the devs about it before it came out, and they actually provided me with a game key. And it was a game that I was very much looking forward to playing anyway. But I just like I can play games like Elden Ring and that and complete them, but it just takes so much time, and I'm not that great at games, so I don't want to like keep hitting my head against the wall. I mean, I say that, but then like I've done stuff that like some people would like not be able to do at all, like in Elden Ring, for example, I beat Radon pre nerf, so like when he was ridiculously OP. It took me like 80 tries or something ridiculous, but I pushed through and got it in the end. But I don't really want to. Yeah, well, I picked up Silksong, and I've had Hollow Knight for ages, and I just haven't got round to like playing that either. So what I might do is either on stream or off stream, just like slowly play through Hollow Knight and then play Silksong after. Because I did start Silksong, and then I was like, yeah, well, they're kind of hard. They're like, they're meant to be like more difficult, so it's kind of a pain. I do need to finish Black Myth Wukong as well, because I'm on New Game Plus Plus. So I'm literally on the last boss, and then I've got to go beat the secret bosses and then go back for the last boss again. And then I'm pretty much done. The only stuff left to do then is just kind of stuff that's going to get me 100% achievements. But I'm not really in a rush for that. But I'll do it at some point. So let's watch some stuff. I do want to watch this actually. So obviously, there's been a lot going on in the streaming space, specifically to do with Emiru and Mizkif, and that's kind of got further. So I'm gonna put up a video just to kind of watch what's happened and, like, you know, see what's going on. Right, I'll put my tail out the way. Okay. Up to speed. That's it. If every sequel for a game that comes out needs to be, then I suppose I'm not complaining. That's true. That's true. Look at that beautiful mug. he doesn't look happy, does he? All right, let's jump in.
Welcome back to a series so zaptastic. Even Reggie
No, not the Hassan already. Yo, whatever happened with that though? Like,
Welcome
really?
back to a series so zaptastic.
Like, whatever happened? Because there was, like, it was such a big thing, and then, like, nothing happened with it, right? How are you gonna go from, like, having this happen, and then, like, it just gets no sort of, like, repercussions for it? It's crazy.
Reggie Leakey subscribed.
Yeah.
In today's video.
My favorite one. I don't know if you've played Genshin Impact, but there's a character in it called Raiden Shogun, and she's basically because you've got, like, different elements, and she's like the main one for, like, lightning or electro, and it's just her with, like, a set, and then just, like, the dog getting electrocuted, and I'm just like, I can't believe they've done this to my Genshin waifu. Oh, good times, man.
Yo. Hassan is now supporting the USSR, saying that it's unfortunate that the USA defeated them. He's still crying about sloptubers, aka me, during an election party. He's pretending to be the common man, saying he's fighting for the...
Look how, like, none of them look interested in what he's saying. Like, look at her. She's just like, get me out of here. Can you stop talking?
Working class with his billionaire dad, of course. He got absolutely humiliated when he found out that they did not have a seat reserved for him at the party. He's talking about grandmas and his dick now? 35-year-old man, by the way. He's claiming he's definitely not anti-Semitic. Sneeko has responded, being equally brain dead. Massive updates to the Emiru situation, with streamer Mizkif officially suing Asmongold and Emiru, and a bunch of more updates. Subscribe or your kid turns into Hassan Baika. You're cooked.
Yeah. You don't want that, guys.
Right, so the New York City mayor has been elected as Zoran.
I do like how he still continually uses the Ludwig clip there. He's just never gonna let him live it down, is he?
Donnie. Now, Hassan went to the election party and managed to embarrass himself in 100 different ways. Let's start with this one here, where Hassan is showing his real patriotism and supporting the USSR, the Soviet Union, over the USA. Bro's actually just an op. This is the country that defeated the USSR, unfortunately, Hassan.
They're done.
What do you think it means that this guy ran as a socialist and anti-communism didn't work to stop him? That's biz.
Yeah, I think we are in the heart of the imperial core. This is the country that defeated the USSR, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
And the reality of the matter is...
Oh my god, if he hates the country that much, why doesn't he just leave? Like, come on. I have never seen a clip of Hassan where he's talking about America, where he does not, like, he's not complaining about it, right? The guy just needs to move on with his life, man.
There's a lot of antagonism. There's no class consciousness in the United States of America. It's one of the things that I try to address every day with my commentary. And I will say this. The conditions have deteriorated so much.
That's true.
That everyday Americans, in spite of their lack of class consciousness, are finally arriving at the conclusion
he's got to afford his third Lamborghini somehow, hasn't he?
There is an alternative that focuses on them as opposed to the interests of the billionaires and the millionaires.
I mean, it's Chat's Lamborghini.
And
He just won't let them drive
I mean,
it.
you can't help but notice that. You can't help but
Oh, yeah,
feel
that's true.
at least a little bit of excitement around that.
Right. Dude, you cannot convince me that Hassan is not a foreign operative, like an undercover agent sent to destroy America, because what the heck is that? Unfortunately, are you kidding me, dude? As we all know, the USSR is just the most moral thing ever. No oppression at all, actually, just a communist utopia. Something Hassan is actually fighting to bring back to the US, it seems. Listen, I'm no history expert, but wasn't the USSR literally a totalitarian state? Like, literally led to the deaths of millions, human rights abuse, zero political dissent allowed, mass arrests, executions, literal labor camps, you know, the gulag. So I don't know, of course.
See, that's the one thing I don't get, right? Is people that are like advocating for a communist America have never lived in like a communist country, so they don't know what it would be like. And they're trying to play it off as if it's going to be this great thing, but they don't have the personal experience for it. So how do they know? Country's doing, yeah. Exactly. They go along with his agenda, so it's oh yeah, that's true, that's true.
Hassan would support all of that, right? Just delusional. Now, he also said that it's one of the things I address every day with my commentary, like class consciousness and all of that. What is his commentary? Hezbollah is my favorite flag, guys. You know, the terrorist flag with the AK-47 in the flag? Yeah, that's the one I like, actually.
Overall, what my favorite flag? Yeah. Hezbollah.
So he's also saying that people are recognizing an alternative that focuses on the common man as opposed to billionaires and millionaires. Now, who would that be? You, Hassan. That's you. You're the Nepo baby. Your dad's a billionaire. Your mom's a landlord. Your uncle's a multimillionaire. You yourself are a multimillionaire. So it's crazy. He's just talking about himself.
He grew
He's
up
like,
broke,
we need to take
guys.
these millionaires down.
He grew up broke. You don't know what you're on about. He grew up broke, everyone. Come on. That wasn't his money. He didn't get a career jump start from his uncle or anything. Come on, guys.
Tax the rich, make the rich pay. Yeah, let's start with you, buddy. Holy shit. Pew responded, why does he look like Anthony Fantano? They are at a Hannah Montana watch party? Like, I feel like even if you're for communism, the USSR was bad. Right? I can't imagine how killing 20 million of your own people is ever considered the better option between that and the USA. But they're not his emeralds. No, this is Hassan's entire playbook. Anytime there's any conflict, he has to be against America, right? He just hates America with all his soul. And basically, he will support the most deranged lunatics in the entire world as long as it means that he's against America.
Like Luffy, guys.
Whether it be literal terrorists, scum of the earth, right? He will still support them over anything to do with the U.S., right? Which is why he said America deserved 9/11. He's just a psychopath. Look, I'm not gonna say that America is squeaky clean. Obviously not. But it's only ever the stupidest people who say America bad, everyone else good. Funny that Hassan has said this near verbatim, and yet people still try to convince me he's an intelligent.
Hold on. It's like that meme, innit? Let me grab it.
So you got...
Oh, where is it? The son's just like, hello, fellow poor people. Oh, poor Hassan, man. He's got such a troubled life, hasn't he?
Guy who represents progressive politics. Bro, he was just defending North Korea. Like, this guy's just another level, bro. It's funny because Stalin killed 20+ million people. It's actually funny to Hassan. He's probably laughing at this. He probably finds like old videos, plays them on repeat, and laughs like a fucking psychotic crazy. They were probably Zionists. Yes, they were pro-Israel guys. They deserve to die, obviously. Imperial Corps. The USSR invaded and subjugated Finland, Romania, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Poland, Hungary, and it goes on. Practically every single country around them, which is impressive given it only existed for 69 years. That's not even counting numerous military invasions and conflicts around the world and the various genocides. Somebody who cares about genocides here loves the USSR, it seems like. Everything West bad, everything anti-West virtuous tankies are a plague on society and represent the largest number of genocides deniers, second only to neo-Nazis. And this just proves that Hassan's entire mode of operation, all that virtue signaling about caring about Israel-Palestine and the genocide going on, was complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. Because he doesn't care about other situations around the world. He doesn't care about the Russia-Ukraine conflict or anything like that. Is because it's only things that suit his agenda. Right, so then Ethan calls out Hassan. Does anyone actually miss the USSR other than the most privileged Nepo babies? Lamenting the fall of the USSR as a millionaire from LA is a luxury belief. It feels good to say. Just don't ask any of the countries that broke off how they feel about the USSR or anyone that lives there. Bro would be mining coal in a gulag.
That's it. If he really wanted to get people's opinions of it, he'd like speak to people that actually lived there and went through it. Like, he's so ignorant of the truth.
If he was born in the USSR. That's the thing, he has like no idea. How is this guy a political commentator? Bro has no knowledge of the world
on the ground. No, you don't
Millions
understand.
died under Stalin, not that the dog stalker cares or knows history. All he knows is zapping his dog. He's literally the modern day Stalin to his dog. Kaya's in the gulag right now. Moving on to Hassan taking the special moment of his favorite candidate winning the NYC mayoral election to cry about slop tubers. Hassan calls out the haters and slop tubers. Of course he does.
Getting to take part in it.
Does he mention Asmongold? Because that's something he likes to do a lot.
You canvas, and this is the fruits of your labor. It's me, the dipshit, the asshole drinking alcoholic beverages. Oh my god. All the fucking haters don't like it suck my dick too. Oh my god. All the fucking slop tubers.
He's such a loser already.
Bro is supposed to be enjoying the election party.
Here's a little fact story from my parents before the USSR went down. Life was harsh in Poland, and we're freaking lucky if you managed to buy 400 grams of meat. Yo, you're Polish. Cześć, jak się masz? Dobrze się, dobrze się. I know a little Polish. But yeah, I think there's a lot of people like Hassan who want to kind of big up communism and like have no actual understanding of how bad it actually was, especially with USSR. It's crazy. It's crazy. He just needs to like, because it's like he's so ignorant of the truth and he doesn't want to try and understand either. It's just America bad, somewhere else good.
But is crying about slop tubers on his special day. Obviously talking about me here, but he's never gonna mention my name. It's too scary. I'm the boogeyman. Just in case one person from his audience
I've got a few. I work with a few people from Poland and other countries near Russia, and yeah, they've told me before it was like proper rough and stuff. So I don't understand how people could be encouraged to support that kind of life, because it was just so devaluing from anyone outside of the USSR. It was just terrible.
Realizes that Hassan is a complete fraud and everything. He is terrified of that prospect, and he's gonna lose more of his 57-month subscribers, right? And the fact, like, he's pushing 35 now, and he's still like this, dude. It's sad.
Yeah.
All anyone wants the guy to do is to stop shocking his dog, stop inciting violence, and stop spreading terrorist propaganda.
It's actually true. That's all people want him to stop doing.
Because that's all he does. Bro cannot get Yeet, Nuts, and more Pegasus out of his mind on one of the best nights for socialism in American history. He's got slop.
Bro, all he was missing was bringing up Asmongold at some point on that night. You know for a fact he's probably had like a conversation off camera with someone where he's being like, he's mentioned Asmongold. Bro cannot get these content creators out of his head, man. He needs help.
On his mind.
But on the plus side, at least Kyle wasn't shocked for that whole stream.
Also free Kaya forever. Now they shall be called shock tubers. I would
tubers.
not mind being called a shock tuber. Moving on to someone actually asking Hassan if he regrets any of the things he said. You know, an opportunity to take accountability and apologize. Hassan answers if he feels any regret or liability for his past comments. And they might be referring to the America Deserved 9/11 comment or stuff like that, because this is in reference to New York City.
Andrew Cuomo seized on your comments a lot during your Twitch stream. Do you end any of your jokes that create a liability for the campaign and all?
Shock troopers,
do I regret things that I said?
That's a
I
classic
regret
game,
things that I
is.
say, and I regret things that I will say in the future as well. I'm a human being, and I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm not a serious political operative by any metric. If Andrew Cuomo decides to present me as some sort of kingmaker, well, he's wrong.
Hey, how you
I'm
doing,
just a regular
Thunderbird?
ass dude. But that's probably the reason why I have 70,000 people watching right now, because people want to hear from regular ass dudes as opposed to more buttoned up commentary folk that don't actually represent the interests of everyday citizens.
Yeah, way to take no accountability whatsoever. Basically saying that, hey, you know, I'm a person and I make mistakes, guys. Like, just a non-apology, basically. Also, for the love of God, can you stop with this whole act of, I'm just like you guys, just ignore
He's
my
a regular
billionaire
dude.
dad. I'm the comment.
You know, he he grew up poor, guys. Come on, stop hating the guy. You don't understand. He had to work hard for that Lambo car. He's got that luxury car. He had to work hard for that mansion he lives in. He wasn't given it. Come on, guys.
Man, absolute
Hassan
freaking
claiming he's a
loser,
regular
dude. You're
dude,
not
like, bro,
a
he got
regular
destroyed.
person. You're
Your
literally the
community
elite.
notes.
You keep saying that you're just a Twitch streamer, a regular dude, but then you also constantly cry.
You know what? You know what made me laugh, actually? You know how, like, when the whole, like, shocking the dog collar situation happened, he was like, obviously, like, Reddit was basically like deleting tweets about him, and, well, not tweets, deleting like threads about him and stuff. And then, like, he had the audacity to turn around and, like, say, like, Asmongold and stuff. As Asmongold and I think it was XQC were like, you know, hardcore Reddit users, and they just get all their information from Reddit. I'm like, bro, Reddit's literally saving you all the time. Oh god, the color, so many morons. I know, right? I just love the fact that, like, you could hear like one of his orbiters saying like one thing and then go watch a different one, and they're giving a completely different story while discrediting the one before. It's like, who was it? It was like Denims was saying it's not a shot collar and it's never been a shot collar, and then QE was like, oh, it is a shot collar, it just had the shock the prongs removed so it can't shock. Oh man, they just couldn't. All they had to do was like send each other a quick DM or something and just be like, yo, what are you saying about this? If you're gonna like defend it, at least like communicate a bit.
You're not taken seriously, and you want to desperately be seen as this respected political commentator, this socialist revolutionary changing the world, and because you couldn't actually achieve that, you're trying to use this reverse psychology strategy of, oh, I'm just so humble, guys, I'm just a regular dude, but also here's my viewer count. Did I tell you that 70,000 people are watching right now, guys? It's so pathetic, dude. It is actually so pathetic. He's basically that guy at the party who goes, I have a rich dad, guys. Did you know I'm actually very rich? Yeah,
Wasn't
you'll
that
never
Mr.
learn, for
Beast
example,
picture?
that he's not a serious political operative.
When he showed it and you took a screenshot of it, then adjust the brightness. Oh yeah, she was trying to say that it was doctored, wasn't it? That's clearly Photoshopped, guys. That's clearly Photoshopped. And it's literally just a video where they show them zooming in and then adjusting the brightness and stuff and the contrast.
Now he could just spam this line anytime he wants to be taken seriously. Hassan when criticize others. I'm the only educated person. Others are grifters. Hassan when holding accountability. I'm not a serious political
That's
operative.
so true.
We got another case. Schrodinger streamer. He's only a streamer when it's actually necessary. Otherwise, he's a political commentator, you know? It's like he always does this. He wants to play both sides of any situation.
Oh,
that
yeah,
way he can just, you know, flip.
Guys, what are you on about? There is no color. Guys, come on, guys. What are you on about? I've been streaming without hair the whole time. What are you on about? I haven't had hair. I've lost it. I've lost it. Oh no, I've gone too far forward.
Ron, your best buddy, didn't actually reserve your seat ability.
Oh, there we
I'm not
are.
a serious buller when it's actually
Well,
necessary. Otherwise,
I haven't had hair the whole time.
Suck his own pee if he could.
Where
He
did you put-
absolutely will. Moving on to
There you go.
Hassan getting absolutely humiliated.
Hey,
Apparently, they
what
didn't
you on
reserve
about?
a seat
I've
for him
I've
because
had
he's
hair the
not
whole
considered
time.
a special or respected guest at the
Oh yeah, I saw
Zoran
this.
Mamdani election
He
party.
got so
Hassan-
mad, didn't he? Because he gets rejected going upstairs. San Diddy Palestine, but yeah, states there is no collar. Hey, there is no collar. What are you on about, bro? He doesn't even have a dog. That was a parrot. Okay,
Hassan gets rejected, entry to upstairs
I saw
seating
this.
at
He
the
was
party.
mad about it. Exactly. What's a collar? Is that a new invention or something?
Okay.
Can I see your ticket type?
Oh, I'm staff.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
If you're
So we can't
escorted?
go upstairs.
I do not. But do you have this wristband? I can also just check in.
Damn.
But I can double check and just make sure on my end.
Imagine.
Yeah, I just wanted a drink. I'm good.
He just wanted a drink, guys. He didn't want to.
Just so I can.
He didn't want to, get any sort of interviews or exclusive advice.
We got no motion.
We're washed. We're washed.
He's washed, guys.
Okay.
Stop whispering in the microphone, Marsh. They can hear you.
You guys streaming live?
Oh yeah, we are. But we're not showing anything.
Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't get into the Ukrainians, but you're serious. The analyzing bullcrap. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. He's so mad about not being on that list, though. For real. Cannot believe women would cheer for. Yeah.
Yet. But
I don't know what
72,000
he's
watching
what they're
that.
playing at.
Currently, we have no motion.
So there was like a interesting protest over here in the UK recently. In fact, I'll talk about it later. We'll grab the video that I watched about it, and you can kind of see that even though it's people supporting the same kind of ideology, they're so split in the middle that they don't even like stand near each other and associate, and that's kind of concerning. Well, you'll see. You'll see.
It's
We're washed.
we're washed.
Probably getting kicked out within the next 15 minutes.
Hassan
Most likely.
realizing
We'll
he's
be
washed.
escorted.
Dude, how many times does this scumbag actually mention his viewer count? I had to double check. I'm like, I swear I just heard that, but like, no, he's just mentioned it again. 70,000
Yeah, that's
people
it.
watching currently, actually. Also, it's not a video. It's a live stream. Just making sure you know that. Making sure you know that I'm very famous, guys. Please respect me. Please let me in. You know, I'm VIP, guys. What an insufferable fucking douchebag.
I've seen him get rejected from so many kind of events like this now, where he tries to go up to like get exclusive interviews and stuff. I've seen him even in interviews where he had one with like is it AOC or whatever her name is, and Bernie, and they both just kind of cut the interview short on him. And then he just doesn't know what to do, because people just don't, like, in the political space, just don't take him serious, because he's just a Twitch grifter.
This is literally the guy who goes up to every single person and goes, "Look at me, here's my viewership. Oh my god, it's so cool." Also, it turns out you're not actually.
Let me try and find it. Because he had an interview with Bernie. I think it was Bernie and AOC at the same time, and AOC just didn't show up, and then Bernie just left early. That's Bernie Sanders. That was it. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, we have Bernie Sanders and AOC in the building. You guys are about to go up and speak.
So he
at
has
one of,
he has the interview, right? It's only 9 minutes long, this video, but I won't watch it. But basically, so
limited time, and you guys have to.
Do I need to? Sorry.
yeah, basically like just under 7 minutes in, AOC
you got no
leaves.
time.
I'm going up. I'm going.
Okay.
It's
I'm
my,
gonna-
it's my
all
cue.
right.
Just
Sorry,
a
I'm
minute
going
or
up on
two.
stage.
All right.
Bernie stays for like another 2 minutes,
with both the Republican Party and the Democrat.
We'll hopefully
and then he
do this
just
again,
he just
very
goes
soon.
off.
Okay, take care.
All right, we'll go over to the
Oh,
rally
is
now.
it
We
most
gotta get your
replayed?
mic
It is,
off.
isn't it?
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Okay, we good.
All right, chatters.
How demoralizing must it be if you're trying to sell yourself as like a political streamer and you can't even sit down with like candidates, like political candidates, for more than like not even 10 minutes. Like both of them didn't even sit there for 10 minutes. They both left within 9 minutes. That's crazy.
Actually, VIP Hassan, apparently Zoran, your best buddy, didn't actually reserve your seat. He obviously disavowed your comments about 9/11 before as well.
I find the comments that Hassan made on 9/11 to be
Calling him
objectionable
out,
and
man, on TV.
reprehensible. Minority in this country.
What was your name, sir? It's me, the illustrious Hassan.
I bet he doesn't even know how Bill's progress through the house. Yeah, I don't think he does. I mean, I don't fully understand it, but also I'm not American, so I'm not living there.
Hassan Piker, how dare you? Kaya at home watching this from my son's monitor, know what is
no,
to come.
poor Kaya.
Oh my god, bro. Right, so then Hassan gives a speech on how he's gonna support you if you actually support the working class, right? Translation, let's bring about literal communism, and then you'll get the support of me, the terrorist Glazer. Hassan drops an open invitation to Democrats focused on the working class.
But hey, we'll be there. Our community will fucking be there every step of the way. And that is an invite to all the Democrats. If you actually put working class people and working class politics at the center of your campaign, and you want to advance an agenda that is overall good for the working class, I will be there with you. I will door knock for you. I will promote you, and I will make sure that you get your agenda across the finish line every step of the fucking way.
Okay, so he literally thinks that he's the one who solely got this guy elected. Now, he might have played a part, I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure he'd be fine without you as well. Also, he actually thinks that his support is something people should strive for. You support terrorists, and that's apparently free of charge. I don't know if they're paying you or something. Okay, you can't obviously admit that or you'd be put in prison. But yeah, you just don't want the Hassan Piker endorsement. It's like the opposite of what you want, actually. And honestly, anyone who associates with this guy and supports him is seen in a bad light these days, right? And I don't know, I personally just doubt any candidate that's buddy-buddy with Hassan. If Hassan is so excited about this person, I really wonder what sort of policies they're bringing up. Also, I'm not American. I don't live in America. As I said, I live in Singapore, so I don't really follow this stuff too closely. But isn't New York City already Democrat? So I don't get why this is like a massive deal. Like, it's obvious that a Democrat would win this, right? It
That's kind of true, actually. Like,
I think
if the city's like predominantly Democratic anyway, it's not really a huge thing, is it? So I guess they're just celebrating that they won again.
it's something to do with this particular guy beating the establishment Democrat or whatever, but I feel like he's acting like he just won the presidency or something.
All he has to do is look at how the economy went when a Republican government governed the country and then compare it to Democrats. I saw a lot of numbers and I can confidently say Democrats always had to fix the shit Republicans did with the economy. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of... The way I kind of look at politics is they're all bad, basically. They're all in it for themselves. You just got to kind of like decide who's going to do... Who has more points that you kind of agree with that are going to benefit you, or like what you want to see happen, and then just go for that. Like I'm not really that political, to be honest. So yeah, but they're all in it for themselves at the end of the day to some degree.
And it's like, it's not even him. It's like another guy. Like, you're still a Twitch streamer, buddy. Also, he might be particularly excited because this guy's like a socialist, communist type of guy or whatever. He's a millionaire and spends like a millionaire. He has no resonance with working class people. Yeah, if you want to ruin your reputation by associating with the terrorist, Glazer, and animal abuser, go ahead and book a date. Great idea. Yeah, I don't know why these people think that it's a good idea to support someone like Hassan. I mean, they might
Yeah,
be equally
basically.
crazy, and then that sort of makes sense. But if you're not, and you actually think it's a good idea to tap into this guy's fan base, man, that is going to backfire.
What's the funny thing? Trump is a former Democrat, but if there's one thing they can't take away, he does have good business sense. Yeah, I never got that with the whole, like, so obviously you can not like Trump and disagree with Trump, but it was the whole, like, it was the whole, like, trying to attack him, saying he was, like, a failed businessman. And, like, yes, he's had, like, failed companies, but, you know, he's a successful businessman overall. Like, there is such a thing in business where you basically run the company into the ground, and then you sell it off, and you get, like, profit that way. I can't remember what the exact word is for it, like, wording is for it. But it is something that, yeah. But the thing is, he probably bankrupted it to make profit. Like, it might not seem it at the time, but it was probably, like, more valuable to do it that way. Because there is, like business owners out there that go into businesses with that mindset, where they just come in to like, tear down the business and then sell it off and make profit that way. Because most of that profit goes directly to them rather than back into the business. So it's like profitable to them. So yeah, I just thought, like, it was kind of like a really weak argument to try and attack him and say he's a failed businessman when he has, like, multiple successful companies. Like, come on, like, at least attack him for something more credible, you know what I mean?
You big time, because these people will flip on you like this. Also, they might assassinate you if you disagree 1 inch.
True.
Moving on to Hassan
That's another
talking
thing.
about his dick. 35-year-old man, by the way. Hassan shouts out the grandmas and hopes they see his meat pics while searching his name on Google.
What a weirdo,
oh,
man.
dear Lord.
How many new followers have you gotten because of Andrew Cuomo?
I don't know, but all the grandparents that are furiously Googling Hassan Piker 9/11, I hope you saw all my meat pics. I posted it for you, Grandma. All the grandmas out there.
Grandma's
What a weirdo, man.
guys.
That's right.
Did this man just say, I hope the grandmas saw my meat pics?
Like-
Buddy is so cringe, dude. The
Yeah.
only grandma interested in that is Taylor Lorenz and Jennifer
Oh, God,
Welch. Okay,
yeah.
they are furiously Googling your meat pics right now.
Hold on,
They're-
that's another thing as well. Have you noticed how, like, a lot of people who are, like, in the Hassan space, like I forgot the names, Taylor Lorenz and whatever she's called as well, they always seem to be, like, looking after his dog and walking his dog and stuff. I'm pretty sure he just has, like, these people that are, like, less popular than him enter his orbit, and then he just gets them to do all, like, the odd jobs for him to get a bit more publicity. But yeah, telling grandmas to check out his meat pics is a bit, I mean, it's sad, to be honest, isn't it, really? Yeah.
trying to verify the story for their independent journalism, obviously. How does nobody else see this is a frat bro LARPing as an activist for clout? This son of a bitch is so lame. What a freaking creep. 2 drinks in and he can't help but talk about his dick in a sexual way. Predator mindset. The first result on Google is
Called out.
Hassan Dog, as it should be.
Oh.
He means great grandmas, and we got Taylor Lorenz. #1 Hassan.
Gotta get that big
right,
shit,
so then
true.
he calls out the ADL guy who torched him on TV,
I'll walk his
and he
dog.
claims that
I'll do
he's
it.
not anti-Semitic. Hassan throws major shade at Jonathan Greenblatt and
get
Deborah
Ludwig on that
Messing.
leash. I'll
I'm
walk
not
him for him.
anti-Semitic. Sure you aren't, buddy.
On a platform of opposing Israeli genocide.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, fuck Israel every day. It's fuck Israel o'clock, and you don't get punished for saying fuck Israel anymore. That's all I'm saying. Look, I was number 2. I lost to Candace Owens, who is kind of whatever when it comes to Jewish people. But, like, I'm not anti-Semitic, and yet Jonathan Greenblatt, that bald fuck, spent every fucking waking moment yelling about me instead of Nick.
Why is he, like, swearing so much? It's so, like, it's so, like, childish the way he's talking. Like, he's at a political event, right? He's getting asked questions related to politics, and he's there swearing his head off. Like, have a bit of etiquette while talking. Yeah, he's acting like a little, like, he's acting like a teenager, basically. Yeah.
Fuentes, bitch. What happened? All the Republicans you defended are now turning around and being like, maybe we should be anti-Semitic. What happened, Jonathan? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Right, so
How are you doing,
Mr. I'm not
Fialia?
anti-Semitic, but also implies that Jews should be treated as neo-Nazis and ran off the streets because they ever liked Israel at one point in their life ever, not even now.
Being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi, you shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as if they've ever exhibited any sort of positive feelings about the state of Israel.
The guy who backstabbed his friend, Ethan, over not supporting terrorists. That was like the disagreement they had. That, hey, I can't support terrorists because they literally want all Jays dead. It is in their charter, right? That's why I can't be supporting terrorists. And Hassan's like, that's too far, bro. That's too far. I gotta cut all ties with you.
I remember
like,
watching that, and like Hassan just could not keep his composure at all. Taking a break from the Yakuza game I picked up. Eating now. Hey, nice. How are you getting on with that, by the way?
Up with anti-Semitism, okay? You support all the terrorist orgs who want to neck all the Jews. So nobody's buying this, buddy. You're a disgusting racist. Moving on to Hassan glazing the new mayor and saying that he'll help him like any way he can. Hassan says he'll be by Zoran Mamdani's side to help push his agenda. By that he means
he'll be by his side, but he can't get into his after party, can he?
his agenda, because if this guy deviates from what Hassan thinks he'll do, he will sick his community on him. And we all know what happened to Charlie Kirk, so heaven forbid they ever have a debate.
Fantastic job of running an affordability first campaign and only stepped his foot and actually took a stand against Islamophobia.
What game is it? Is it Infinite Wealth you picked up? So I still need to get that. I kind of want to try and get all the Yakuza games like in order and play through them in order at one point. But I do want to get Black Myth Wukong finished and Wu Chang, and then possibly start the Hollow Knight and Silk Song.
At the very end, in order not to dilute his campaign message. And I appreciate that as a Muslim American as well.
Last question, but how is it going to be for him now post-election, post-win? Because that's the hardest. I mean, Trump said he would be.
I will be by his side. I will do everything in my power. We will mobilize. We will make sure that his agenda, his working class first agenda works. I no longer have to prove that this kind of politics works. I can just point the fucking Zoran. That's how I feel. Whenever Democrats come to me and they say, oh, let's do an autopsy of why this election turned south, why that election turned south, why do the Democrats keep losing? I can just go, that's why.
Right, so from what I understand, Hassan thinks he's like beaten the liberal.
Yeah, I think with Black Myth, I'm just gonna play it off stream because obviously I've basically got like 2 bosses left, right? I've got the last boss and then the secret boss, and then it's just gonna be a matter of playing the last boss again. So I kind of, I don't know, I was struggling a bit on stream, so I'll probably just play it off stream just to focus up a bit more. But Silk Song, I'll probably look to stream at some point. Obviously, I want to play through the first Hollow Knight first. I did start it a bit, but yeah, because I played through Black Myth when it first came out anyway. I streamed it all, so, well, I didn't stream like the secret bosses basically because I didn't want to spoil that bit for people. But we kind of got most of that anyway in the playthrough I've just done, so it's not too bad. But Wu Chang I'm probably going to do off stream as well, just because some of the bosses just are so tough. I need to focus up. I can't be paying attention to like what's going on in stream and then like the game as well. I'm just going to be in a situation where I'm just too focused on the game and trying to like not die. So I'll probably play that off stream in my spare time. It's a shame I didn't get to play Ninja Gaiden on stream. I don't know what was up with the FPS dropping. I just feel like it's not optimized well. Because I was streaming it and it was just so laggy, and then when I was playing it off stream, it was running okay. I didn't really have any issues, so I don't know. Maybe I need to look at my my OBS settings or something. You pick up Yakuza, playing others like Dragon Gaiden or whatever before you play. Okay, yeah, I'll probably do that. I might pick up the pirate one first because I know that's kind of like a spin-off one anyway. So I don't think it's gonna like affect the story too much, and it does look really fun. So that one might be a good one to pick up first. There's quite a few games I want to pick up and play though. Like the Sonic racing game looks really good. We can get some like community games going on for that. There's the Digimon game I want to pick up at some point, but it's too costly right now. I kind of bit the bullet for Ninja Gaiden, and I'm struggling to justify it for Digimon right now. But I do want to pick it up at some point, so I'll probably pick it up when it's cheaper. What else is there? There's a few, to be fair. Kiwami, when it comes to the Yakuza series, so you get a better understanding how they evolve. Did too many games. The Digimon one could be good for stream, to be fair. I'm just waiting until it's cheaper, because it's too expensive for it right now. Plus they've got no Apemon in it. They've literally not got my favorite Digimon. Well, part of my favorite Digimon evolution line. But yeah. Yeah, I did enjoy what was it, Like a Dragon? That was really fun. It had some good moments. Wait for Steam. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, because it's like end of this month, isn't it? Technically, or like just into the start of December. So plus I know we've got like a bit over December as well, where there'll be more discounts. So I'm not rushing to pick anything up right now. If I see anything cheap, oh yeah, hasn't that started already? I think some places have started it. Obviously it's not till Friday, but I think some places have started doing discounts
or something, because his sort of candidate won and he's more extreme or leftist or whatever. I think that's what's going on. I think that's why they're so hyped up or whatever. But whenever I see Hassan so enthusiastic and supportive of this guy, I immediately think, okay, then what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why is he so aligned with Hassan here, right? Because Hassan's endorsement is like an anti-endorsement for any human being with a functioning brain cell, right? Hassan only sort of influences his own cult, and the cult size is very limited because his beliefs are so extreme. The common man doesn't look at terrorists and goes, well, actually, they're doing a good thing, guys. I see their perspective. And that's why Hassan will essentially never win. He may think he's won here by having a candidate he likes win a mayoral election.
Yeah, I might have a look at the Black Friday deals then and see if there's
but I don't think this is changing the course of American history or whatever. I don't think this is ushering in the utopia USSR that Hassan desperately wants, right? And this is why...
You know what's kind of crazy though? This video, right, that we're watching was meant to be about Mizkif and Emaru, right? And like what's going on with them. We're 21 minutes into it, right? And he hasn't talked about Mizkif or Emaru yet. Like, I want to know what's going on their thing, because like I don't like Hassan. Like, I don't think he's a great person. I feel like he's too political for my liking, and I kind of want to know what's going on with Emaru more, because that's more of a concern to me.
I say that Hassan is not just stupid, it's like a dangerous level of stupidity, because he legitimately tries to rewrite history and convince people like the USSR is just like a good thing or whatever. Only Hassan fans would think Stalin was a good guy. Anyways, if it wasn't bad enough to get endorsed by Hassan, we have the opposite end of the spectrum here, but equally brain dead. Sneeko has endorsed him multiple times in the past as well, and now he has a message. Sneeko offers a message to Zoran.
He's got a lot of radical ideas. I don't agree with defunding the police. I saw you change your mind about that. Said he's going to decriminalize prostitution. That's fucking retarded. But all I can do now, and what I've been trying to do since Mamdani started blowing up, is right after the Eric Adams stream I did in May. I got a lot of backlash for that. They said I'm an anti-Semite, I'm not blah, blah, because I am very vocally against Israel. All right, that's the one thing I do like about Mamdani. But what we can do now is try to steer him in the right direction, is try to let him know that, you know, a lot of these policies are really ambitious. And just because you get a lot of these liberals who are like really excited with the mustaches and everything, and they got the hair and whatever,
the mustaches,
don't get all gassed up too soon and try to do too much too soon. It's the greatest city in the world for a reason, and we want it to stay that way. Trump is already saying that he doesn't want to give any funding to NYC anymore just because you're in office. So pump the brakes a little bit. Try to work with the establishment. Don't fuck up.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So he's very like against the government, right? But he's going to be relying on the government for funding, and he's still going to have to follow the rules of government. So I feel like a lot of it is just all talk, where like he's going to say he wants to do this, that, or the other, but he's going to be restricted in what he can do. So because it even like he still needs to play, but yeah, exactly. What is it, Gavin Newsom, for example? He dislikes Trump a lot, right? But even though he's like verbal about it, he's still like, he falls in line and like pretty much follows what he's got to do in terms of like what Trump wants. So it's good to be ambitious, but you also need to understand that you've got to play ball and do what they want and what the government wants.
Every other socialist politician in the history of the world.
Okay, you just know you're completely cooked when Sneeko and Hassan are your biggest defenders. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. You got all the biggest regards coming out to show their support for you. And correct me if I'm wrong, but did this absolute dumbass just say that, yeah, I endorse him and I support him, but I don't agree with any of his policies? What the hell is wrong with you? Like, basically, he's like, I really don't like X and Y and Z and basically everything about him, but he had a good campaign, you know? And I'm hoping that he'll just change everything he said he would do. Like, did you actually crack your head as a kid, man? Like, this is like saying, yeah, I got Trump elected. No, I don't agree with 95% of his politics. Then what are you doing, you dumb moron? Like, like legitimately, some of these people live in fantasy land. Like, if you elect a candidate which you disagree with the policies with, then they're not just gonna magically change just for you, you absolute imbecile. He's like, we need to guide them. Like, what are you gonna do, Sneeko? Like, what the fuck? When Sneeko and Hassan are your advisors, New York City's cooked. People are gonna get real mad when the free shit they were promised doesn't appear.
Cherry, no worries. Thank you for stopping by and enjoy your babysitting. I'll see you later. Take care.
Sneeko is on the same level of regarded as Hamas Diddy Piker. It's crazy.
Oh,
it's like they're on opposite spectrums but equally regarded. Moving on to
I love how that name has stuck with him now. Like there's like that stuck with Hassan. You've got Jellywig stuck with Ludwig. some great names out here. But now we get to what we actually wanted to learn about, the Mizkif stuff.
Suing Emiru and Asmongold. Basically, recap, Emiru accused Mizkif of SA blackmail abuse. Now, Asmon also supported these claims. There was this whole drama with OTK and stuff.
Hydrate.
And Mizkif is now suing for defamation. Mizkif is reportedly suing Emiru, Asmongold, OTK, Mythic Talent, and King Gaming Labs. This is happening in Austin, Texas.
He's going after everyone, isn't he? He ain't gonna win this though, is he? There's no way he's gonna win against all that. I don't think he'd have the money to like support, because it's a defamation, isn't it?
We got Emily, Zach, that's Asmongold, OTK, One True King, Mythic Management, plaintiffs Matthew and Mizkif Enterprises, and yeah, lawsuit launched. Bro realizes Asmongold.
It's a defamation lawsuit, right? So the whole point of that is probably to drag it out, make a lot of dirty yeah. So I think the way that it's probably going, right, is if it's defamation, it's going to cost a lot in legal finances, right, and a lot of time, and a lot of stuff's going to come out publicly that they probably want to keep private. So it's probably just there to try and leave the dirty laundry out, so to speak. So like anything that they've kind of want to get left public, is private is going to be like made public, and it might make them look bad, because necessarily like he's not going to win in terms of like winning the money, right? He's not going to win the lawsuit, but he might show Emiru, OTK, Asmongold, and the other businesses, he might show them off in a negative light that kind of like makes them lose like viewers and customers and stuff. Yeah, basically that's what it is. He's just trying to like, he's going down with the ship and he's trying to take the whole crew with it, basically.
Could literally bankrupt him. There's no way he has more cash than the Roach King. Oh yeah, if I had to make like a mod,
that's the crazy thing as well, because I saw Tectone say about it, because there's people trying to say that Mizkif has more money than Asmongold, and Asmongold has been a successful content creator way longer than Mizkif has ever started doing content creation. He also spends like, he basically barely spends his money, right? He still lives in the same house. He still eats the same food. He just probably buys like a few nicer things here and there, but he doesn't like overspend or anything. He's also like owner of like multiple businesses. Whereas from what I've seen with Mizkif, because I haven't watched too much of him, I watched him in like the early days, and then I just kind of wasn't. Yeah, he still doesn't clean regularly. Hey, he's got the cockroaches to do that. He still has his $2 steak as well, and his $2 pizza. But from what I've seen, Mizkif likes to spend the money, right? He's got a fast expensive car. He buys his Nintendo 64 boxes and stuff, like the graded ones and that. So he's spending a lot of money, whereas Asmongold doesn't. Asmond and Emerald will be fine after this. They might have a small dip in viewers and subs, but ultimately, yeah, I feel like it's just trying to like dirty the waters and kind of like go, oh well, look at what they said about so and so. Look at what they did about this. Oh, they weren't very unprofessional here. That kind of thing. Trying to like drag their names and their credibility out. But I just don't feel anything's gonna happen that matters.
Best guess, I'd say Asmon is worth like 100 million, maybe more. I'd say he's on the same level as XQC. Just going off what Charlie revealed in his earnings, he was worth like 36 million.
I feel like
just
he's worth
by
more,
as
to
many
be
YouTube
fair.
channels, his stream, and like the org stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off, but at least 50 million. At least. Like that's like the minimum. Your Honor, she threw plushies at me. I guess you win. I guess you win.
That made me laugh in his stream about it. He was like, she was also violent. She would throw plushies at me. Oh no. Oh god. Wait. Where is it? Oh no. I got rid of it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We're gonna recreate what happened. Where is it? Come on. Please, I haven't deleted the redeem. Come on. Where is it? Channel point redeems. Manage channel points. No, I've deleted it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I think K-Bonk should still have it. We can make this happen. Are you ready? Where is it? Where is it? Your Honor! She threw plushies at me. I can't believe she did that. That really hurt my emotions. Oh man, I do love my my plush head.
The lawsuit immediately. I mean, those plushies look absolutely
so dangerous.
lethal. I mean, she literally predicted his every move after her stream, attempts to gaslight his audience saying she abuses her rabbits like she said, files a lawsuit just like she said.
That clip with the rabbits was so weird, because it's like you don't see any of the rabbits, right? It's just zoomed in on the living space. So it's so hard to tell if it's actually like her rabbits and where she's living, because you could probably just find that on the internet somewhere. Does she have a license for those Kirby's? I don't know. I think Nintendo's too busy with Pal World right now, losing their lawsuit.
Miskiff is a scumbag. To be fair, you could pretty easily predict some of these things. Obviously, he's going to file a lawsuit, right? Like if somebody accuses you of something and you believe you didn't do it, then you're going to find a lawsuit. Or even if you did do it, you're going to do like a slap lawsuit or something to sort of intimidate them, get them to back down. Miz is going to get cooked in discovery, right? So attorney Legal Mindset responded, Miz is going to lose this lawsuit hilariously. I will need to supersize my popcorn for this one.
I meant like
he
a
has
gun
opened
license.
himself up to complete reputational
Alright.
destruction while suffering the pain
To the normal person, they're regular Kirby plushes. To Emiru, they're lethal weapons.
of discovery and legal fees. Been traveling, but the review will be on my next stream.
And the strongest argument that he does have, and this is me being honest and upfront, is that there might be some breach of contract until we see the contract. Thoughts for OTK in general would be release the contract. It's going to come out as part of discovery. It's going to come out as part of this process. He's saying that, hey, they ousted him from ownership without breach or default. And now what that is saying is he had no notice. He had no reason to know he was going to be kicked out of OTK. Well, by his own admission and by the filing of the letter, which they previously sent him, in fact, he was on notice. He already had a strike. They could have removed him for just that, but they decided not to. So this, to me, despite being his strongest possible claim, is fundamentally flawed by his own evidence, by the evidence that he's submitted himself. So saying that he's divested with no breach or notice is, in fact, countered by what he submitted. Miskiff submitted this, that he had a notice on or about November 6, 2023, that he, from OTK, there was a notice of termination and repurchase. So he was already on notice. So trying to say that he had no notice literally goes against the own evidence that he submitted. I don't understand how stupid you can be and how hilariously dumb you can be to say, hey, I had no notice except for this letter where they already put me on notice. The last one, count 3, is declaratory judgment against OTK, Mythic, and King, which essentially is saying, hey, look, these guys breached their agreements, breached their...
Yeah, I did see something about him saying they owe him like a lot of funds for fees and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll definitely, if he does go forward with it, we'll definitely like find out in discovery. But I just don't see him winning the lawsuit. I guess what he's trying to do is either like dirty their names with like discovery, or try and get some sort of legal settlement where they settle outside of court, so he gets like a lump sum of money to like not go further with it. Because logically, if you think about it, Mizkiv's career is basically over at this point, right? He's probably still gonna have an audience that watches him, but if you've seen anything to do with Mizkiv, they've kind of shown, of other like content creators that have gone over it have shown that like his viewers, his like number of viewers and followers and stuff has gone down even before the Emiru stuff. So it's been like slowly going downhill anyway. So I think his best option would be to just quit and just try and like live off the money he's got. But he's probably, like I said, he's probably just trying to get like a lump sum and settle that way, I guess.
Their bonds that they had over the management fees. So these management fees were not owed, and these were unlawful. So that's a breach there to divest the plaintiff Miskiff of his interest in the company. So those are the 3 main claims there. So my analysis of those 3 claims is that the breach of contract is once again the strongest, but it's entirely based on the contract. The letter from OTK hurts Miskiff's case. That's going to absolutely damage him and damage his...
Let's go over this. So breach of contract, strongest potential claim, entirely based on the contract. Letter from OTK hurts Miskiv's case. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And for all we know, he could be right about the contract, but it depends what it says, right? And then the letter does kind of damage it because he's trying to claim that he wasn't made aware, but he kind of was. Defamation, most idiotic claim, opens up discovery on financial audit. Actual malice standard is very high. So yeah, I think from the defamation side of view, it is just trying to like dirty the waters as much as he can. Open up discovery, show like his conversations, show their conversations, show that they're probably not as nice or as good as they let on. But it's going to be like that with a lot of people, to be honest. And then obviously cost them money financially, because my understanding is with defamation cases, it is costly. So like there are people who will just take others to court through a defamation case just to like not necessarily win, but drain their finances. It'll be as bad as Yeah, I think he's gonna try and prove that like Emiru and Asmongold and OTK are like these problematic people behind the scenes, or problematic businesses. And it you know, there might be some stuff that comes out, but most of it is like, it's probably nowhere near as bad as he's trying to make it out to be. And I guess he's just trying to like kind of get a bit of fear into the head. He just wants to nuke them. It'll just be like, yeah, that's what I think as well. Declaratory judgment, largely dependent upon the contract. OTK letter hurts Mizkiff again on this. Yeah, so again, it's down to like what the contract actually states, and the fact that OTK did send him a letter before that kind of like goes into him being at risk of like losing his position in OTK. That doesn't really help his situation.
You know, his ability to go forward on this. Defamation is the most idiotic. Why is it the most idiotic? Because it opens up discovery. Discovery means every single email, Discord message, WhatsApp, text message, anything, Signal, whatever else is out there, all of that is going to come out against Mizkiff. If you hurt the reputation of a company, they can terminate you. That's been a thing forever. That's always been a thing.
Tectone responded, Miz is suing Emmy and Zach. Bro, just retire Lil Pup. Damn, you ain't winning that shit. Bro could have just used the rest of money on himself, but decided to throw it all away in an unwinnable lawsuit. Anyone saying Mizkiff will sue Asmongold and Emiru and win because Mizkiff has more money?
That's the thing though, like he might be throwing his money into the lawsuit, but he's making them throw theirs in as well. So he's like, he's like hitting their finances too. And I think he's at that point where he's not thinking straight. He's happy to like lose money to like make them suffer a bit. But I did see this tweet from Tectone. I did comment on it fair, because he said the other party spent less than 1%. Yeah. The other party spent less than 1% of what he made on gummy worms and beef jerky. I was like, correction, gummy worms, beef jerky, and Dr. Pepper.
How the legal system works, and even if it did work exactly that way, one party made millions and burned all of it on expensive cars, steroids, and hair transplants, referring to Mizkiff obviously. The other party spent less than 1% of what he made on gummy worms and beef jerky.
Asmongold hasn't wasted money on a hair transplant.
More money left. I feel like Asmon probably spent 0.01% of what he made, honestly. Like that money is probably just sitting somewhere in a bank account or an investment account or something. If it's an investment account, bro could be worth 200.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well, right? With Asmongold, he just doesn't seem to spend his money. Even when like his teeth started falling out, he didn't want to get them done. Like he didn't want to get them replaced. He just basically replaced the ones that you can see and then left the rest. So he's probably only got about like 8 teeth that are actually there.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how long he's been invested, because like that shit just doubles your money. If it's been there for like 5-10 years, yeah, that's reasonable. But yeah, I don't know. These are just complete guesses.
That's one of the things I kind of respect about Asmongold, is like the money hasn't changed who he is. He's always kind of been the same guy. And even though he's got like loads of money, he's still, you know, he's still hitting the same guy basically.
Did you spend 500k on Genshin Impact? Mizkif as a humiliation fetish confirmed. I think targeting Asmon was a gigantic mistake. Mizkif is gonna get farmed in court and on YouTube.
Yo, that's true actually, because Asmon Gold will be in the court, right? And then he'll like stream it after. He'll like ask for the tapes so he can like live stream react to it with chat. I remember when he did that with the Johnny Depp case, and he rinsed it so much.
If he wanted to sue, he should have probably just sued Emiru. Like he might have more money than Emiru. Yes, if you have a lot of money, it's very tough to sort of break through that because you can prolong the lawsuit very long. But the thing is, if you're in the wrong, you will still basically lose. I guess in some cases you can override it with money, as we've sort of seen in like these high profile cases or whatever, but yeah, who knows?
Yo, that's true actually. Asmon Gold's just there in court and he's like, one sec, let me just get my funds from Twitch and Kick. Chat, look what happened today in court.
Where it's gonna go. Right, so here's WestJet going over the situation.
How is Mizkif suing Emiru for defamation when his live stream was him admitting to everything she claimed? The filing
That's the bit I don't get. He's like, oh, he's suing her for defamation. Yeah, he's basically admitted to it all in his or like a majority of it in his video, hasn't he? In his live stream.
Rinoado an aggressor and abuser during his own live streams, amplifying the accusations to millions of viewers. Rinoado claims these statements are false and have caused significant harm to his reputation and career. Shortly after the livestream, OTK Media, co-founded by Rinoado, sent him a termination letter citing the nature of Emiru's allegations and announced it was reclaiming more than 1 million shares of company stock without compensation. The complaint asserts that no contractual breaches occurred. Mythic Talent and King Gaming Labs also claimed breaches and demanded Rinoado owed more than $600,000 to Mythic for management fees. Rinoado is seeking damages for reputational harm, lost earnings, and emotional distress. The exact amount of monetary damages has not been disclosed.
Full demon time.
Does he not realize that his statements are going to be used in court as well? Like, how is he going to explain this one to the judge?
But Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes.
Wait for it, guys.
But Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Furthermore, the lawsuit seeks to shut down the notion of contractual breaches with OTK, Mythic Talent, and King Gaming Labs, with the latter two claiming to be owed a collective $896,000 USD in fees from Mizkif.
Right, so it seems like he's trying to get a complete dub here, sort of get two birds with one stone here. Now,
he's just trying to get loads of money.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not gonna act like I know 100% how this is gonna go, but just based on that live stream and my sort of psychoanalyzing through the internet, it doesn't seem like Miz has much evidence to defend himself against the allegations here, and he also has to prove malice in defamation, which is notoriously hard. Obviously, he has to prove that Asmon and Emiru were malicious, and they knew what they were doing is wrong, but did it anyways in order to take down Mizkif. Now, if I had to guess, I would think Asmon and Emiru are probably going to be fine here. The only thing that might change it is that both parties might be sort of hiding some evidence or some stuff before, because they were planning to use it in the lawsuits, and that may change the story. That may change the story entirely, but I don't know because it's not being shown to the public. I'm not going to make like a definitive assessment here, but I really think Miz might be screwing himself over because yeah, these people are not broke exactly, right? Emiru is also decently rich as well. Asmon is worth a disgusting amount of money. So yeah, regardless of who actually wins this is going to be
I don't think Emiru's as rich as Mizkif, but she definitely makes good money. Oh yeah, true. Imagine that. Guys, I gotta leave the house and go to court today. Poor dude, man. He's not even gonna be able to stop off at Wendy's. Sad times. Sad times.
Long and arduous and super goddamn annoying. Probably take more than a year if I had to guess. Right, so Tectone dropped a video about it as well.
I understand why you're doing this, Miz, and you're not doing this because you're in the right. You're doing this because you're small, you're petty, you're afraid, and you're lashing out the only way you think that you can. And it's embarrassing. It really
Justice
is.
for that, exactly.
As the most egotistical person I've ever met, you'd think you'd have some pride left, but you don't. You're just a small, small man, and everything that comes out, the hair transplant, the steroids, the begging streamers to collab and then calling them a leech is just for optics. Miskif, everything you do is to inflate your already overinflated ego to make up for your lack of self-worth because you have none. And I think this really goes to show just how
he's going in so calmly about it as well.
Is. And honestly, I do think you should be ashamed of what you're doing right now. You will not win. This will not end in your favor, and you are completely fucking yourself.
Take care, man. Take care. Enjoy your food. Enjoy your food. I'll see you in a bit.
I'd say something to Emmy and Asman, but I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, I've not always like agreed with like Tectone's takes on stuff, but I do feel like the last, say, half year or so, he's had fairly like decent takes on stuff that I've seen, and especially in like this situation, he's been pretty on point.
And I guarantee you they don't give a fuck, because this is the most embarrassing lawsuit I've ever seen.
Okay, so it looks like Tectone is not worried at all. Maybe he knows a little more about the situation. These guys obviously know more because they were friends and shit like that. So, but also just judging by the general streamer perception, if you notice, nobody has really come out to defend Miz or speak positively about Miz. Usually, at least somebody comes out and is on your side or something like that. It seems like literally everybody
he doesn't really have anyone left, right? He hasn't really got any friends left that are going to speak out for him. So, yeah, I don't know. I think he's just kind of done at this point, isn't he?
That might be because he's just a dickhead and pissed everybody off, or that might be because they also agree that he was completely in the wrong here. He did actually do these things like SA, blackmail, abuse, or whatever, and his defending live stream obviously was horrible so far, right?
Oh yeah, that was horrendous.
Did say that he was going to actually sue her, even if it actually doesn't go anywhere, because it will just sort of clear his name to the public that, oh, he's actually fighting back. Oh, that means he isn't entirely guilty. He believes he's actually in the right, and that will at least make it look like to his fans, even if he loses after a year from now, during this entire duration, people will be like, well, it's actually still being disputed. We can still support Miske if he's still a good guy because it's still being fought in court, right? And he's sort of giving himself like a fighting chance here, but it can very much go the other way, and you know, he might lose a shit ton of money here. But I don't know, maybe he's still on those shrooms and he's not thinking straight. Maybe he's still on the roids, who knows? Miskif suing Emiru is exactly what Emiru wanted him to do. She even said so in the original allegations. Now her lawyers can use the discovery process to get his phone, text, IM, Discord messages. It's what she wanted. What really surprises me the most is that Miskif was stupid enough to fall for it. Yeah, the thing is, it's gonna get very down.
He's got that roid rage, man. He's got that roid rage. He's just gonna do everything, can he?
And dirty here. I don't know if these texts are gonna be leaked to the public as well. If they are, obviously the internet's gonna go absolutely nuts over this. But I would think that the most damning stuff has already been leaked so far, just to sort of convince the public and stuff. Hasbin should hire the same lawyers Johnny Depp had. Bring this full circle. Now click this video or Hassan becomes mayor of the world. All right, thanks for watching.
No, we can't have that. That's a good video, man. I feel like he kind of talked too much about Hassan. Like it was literally meant, like, obviously, like he was saying that he'd mention him a bit, but that was so much. Right? Give this a watch. I'm gonna give It's a Gundam a watch. He's got a video to do with anime creativity and the Western problem, so that should be an interesting one.
It's a Gundam. He's just a piece of crap.
Subscribe right now. In the last decade, anime and media from Japan as a whole have become the last bastion of creativity and art the Western world consumes. Thought-provoking TV shows and movies that change your worldview, remind you that you're human, or that something is beautiful in the world. Better yet, possibly inspires you. This is something that we are so sorely lacking in the age of AI and modern Hollywood.
Oh, did you see about them robots as well? That's funny, man. So it's meant to be like a robot, which it's meant to be like a house robot where it kind of like helps around the house, but when they were showing it off, they've got like someone using a VR to control it, like a VR headset and stuff. So it doesn't even work the way it's meant to. It's funny. It's like, oh, look at this robot loading the dishwasher. It took it like 20 minutes, but it loaded the dishwasher. And then like in the other room is just Jeff using the VR headset. Yeah, basically.
Age of AI and modern Hollywood.
Max Lord, you're putting yourself and everyone else in grave danger. I need you to give me this.
In Dostoevsky's novel, The Idiot, Prince Myshkin says, "Beauty will save the world." I believe this to be true. Even if you were to take the quote at face value or hyper-analyze it, it cannot be denied. Whereas to Hollywood has been churning out reboot after reboot, remake after remake, reimagining after reimagining, safe bet after...
I do kind of feel like, as a whole, like, movies and especially like Western media has just become very much churning out like reworks and like continuing like stuff that you kind of get bored of. Like, I feel like a lot of superhero movies, for example, they were good at first, but it's kind of at the point now where like, is anyone ever really that excited for a new superhero movie to come out? Or like, I feel like even Avatar, which was like a big movie when it first came out, right? They're making like the third one now, and the second one, it was kind of like cool, you know, because it had been a bit of time since the first one. But now it just feels like they're trying to make a massive series for it, and I just feel like this one that's coming out, or maybe even the one after, is just gonna, people aren't going to enjoy it. They're just gonna lose the kind of like the hype for it, because people just get bored of seeing the same thing over and over again. And like, especially when it's not a good rework as well. Like, take a lot of like the live action Disney movies, for example, like Snow White was horrendous. Like, that just did not do well in the slightest. And other live actions haven't been great either. And it's to the point with them where I don't think they're doing any live actions anymore for a while. But it's like that with a lot of like Western media and stuff, which is just disappointing.
Safe bet that barely breaks even at best. Films and television have lost all meaning. Shows are as soulless as the streaming providers that they're on. Gen Z and...
That was another thing as well. I don't get why they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Dr. Doom. The only thing that kind of makes sense to me is if they play Dr. Doom off as being like a multiverse version of Iron Man, because in one of the comics, him and Dr. Doom do change like minds or something, and then like Tony Stark becomes like Dr. Doom in that universe. And I kind of feel the way they're going with the Dr. Doom movie when it comes out, it's probably going to be like a bunch of evil version of Avengers, where you've got like Iron Man, Dr. Doom, you've got like other Avengers coming back, but as like evil versions of themselves, or like other villains that are like the alternative of those heroes. That's what I'm guessing is going to happen. But I just don't know, because so one of the guys I work with is like a huge like movie fan. He loves watching his movies and he loves Marvel and stuff, and like we've been speaking about it a bit here and there, and he thinks that's the way it's going to go as well. And even he doesn't seem that excited for it, because he's just not interested in like the new heroes they've got. Like, you've got like the new Avengers that are meant to be coming, and like, who have you got really? You've got like Fantastic Four, which are all right, but then you've got like the new Adventures. You've got like Captain America, which is just Falcon with Captain America's shield. So it's just a human with wings so he can fly, and Captain America's shield. Once Endgame Infinite, yeah. I feel like that was a good point to like just cut off Marvel and just leave it there, and then maybe in like a couple years do like a few series and a few more movies just to like bring out some of the more niche heroes and villains that you haven't seen. But they just want to keep pushing it. And my understanding is after like the multiverse of madness, it's going to be a part where you have like X-Men versus Marvel, X-Men versus Avengers, and then that's going to end with like them working together, and then like, yeah. But it's like that with a lot of Western media. Like look at Star Wars as well. Like Star Wars, you had like 6 great films, right? And then 7, 8, and 9 were okay. 7 was okay. 8 was like, and 9 in my opinion just wasn't good. It wasn't a great film. And then like you've got like what? You've got the Acolyte series that like ended early because it was just so bad. You've got the Boba Fett series, you've got the Obi-Wan series, you've got the Mandalorian, you've got like loads of series for it, and no one, like, you might enjoy 1 or 2, but it's just getting too much for these series now, and like these movies. Like even like Lord of the Rings, they've got like the series for that as well, haven't they? But it hasn't been received well, so I don't know. They just need to stop reworking stuff and like let things stay as they are. Not everything needs a rework. Not everything needs like extra stories either.
Gen Alpha no longer care about Hollywood movies.
Ring of Power? Yeah.
Know it. That's why they're slowly pivot shifting to streamers as the future of entertainment, which is really sad.
God help us all.
The MCU is a walking corpse, feeding off the flesh of the comic book source material for almost 20 years now, and still not translating it correctly. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle grossed more at the box office than Superman and the Fantastic Four, Marvel and DC's heavy hitters, the massive summer movies, and they still couldn't beat anime. In fact, things are so bad after Superman not exactly being the multi-billion-dollar film, Warner Brothers is up for sale.
It got beat by the Demon Slayer movie, didn't it?
Oh no! What happened?
Have you ever caught yourself reaching for a bad habit without thinking about it? Maybe it's out of stress, boredom, or just wanting to fit in. Well, that's where Fume comes in. It's not about quitting, it's about replacing. Fume is the sponsor of today's video, offering a simple and enjoyable way to break away from bad habits while still having something satisfying to reach for. No vapor, no nicotine, all flavor. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device that delivers the greatest taste without any of the harmful chemicals. Instead of inhaling vapor, you simply breathe in natural, food-grade ingredients that satisfies the craving without the addiction. Over 700,000 people have already made the switch to Fume.
I've seen these.
Habit-changing journey. If you're ready to try for yourself.
So when I was younger, I used to smoke, and then I gave vaping a go, but vaping wasn't for me, man. I just kind of went cold turkey and quit everything. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about these, because it's technically like healthier for you than smoking or vaping, but I think if you get into that point where you're just doing that, you might as well just go cold turkey and quit, or like, you know, quit completely.
Now's the time. For a limited time, if you order the Journey Pack using my code GUNDO, you'll get a free
I suppose it can help people like
awesome accessory to level up your experience. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen and get yours today.
Crunchyroll boss on the blockbuster implications of
it's just flavor there.
Castle. It's now undeniable how big anime has become. The latest summer box office has delivered.
So I do like that anime has become more mainstream, because I think, so like for me, when I was growing up, there was like times with like certain animes where like a lot of people watched it even if they didn't watch animes, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, I think they, and One Piece, I think they were the ones where like people were like, yeah, we like that. Even if they weren't into anime, they'd watch it and they were like, yeah. So I will get to that, because I feel like it's good that it's become more mainstream, but at the same time, it's also got a lot of negatives, because you've got a lot of like people that are like, oh, you're a tourist if you like this, and you know, and then you've got like mainstream people that are like criticizing people that have watched anime for years because they're like watching a certain type of anime that they don't agree with. And it's kind of a bit, yeah, it's kind of weird, to be honest, but it is what it is. Personally, I don't know, just watch what you want, in my opinion. People that used to bully the anime lovers, yeah, that's the thing. But the thing is as well, like, I think a lot of like anime, like core anime fans don't like the fact that like shonen, for example, is like by far the most popular. Like I've seen like anime fans get upset that stuff like Demon Slayer and stuff, it does that well. Like, I remember seeing a video where I think it was the Anime Men did like a tier list of like they took every year, they took the #1 anime of that year and they watched like the first episode to determine what they thought of it and rate it, and they rated a lot of the older ones quite poorly, and then they put ones that they like, which were in most cases were shonen animes. They put them like quite high, but I think it's because shonen is like, it's liked by everyone, right? I think even if you're not an anime fan, you can watch a shonen anime and enjoy it, whereas like there's probably other animes you'd like, but not to the same degree, right? Because I feel like it's a more accessible style of shonen, because I feel like a lot of us started with shonen animes anyway, and then kind of like if you was heavily into anime, you kind of like delve deeper, but there's animes that like people that just love shonens aren't gonna watch, especially like in the mainstream. But yeah, because in fact, let me find that, because I want to see what their tier list was, because I can't remember now. Man, tier list.
Today we're going through 100 years of anime history, ranking the most popular anime from each year to decide one.
I'm just gonna. Do they not have a tier list anywhere? Do they not have like a...
The decision that Tokyo Ghoul, released in 2015, has the best first episode of an anime.
Tokyo Ghoul. Oh. I don't know, like, you can like what you like, but have some respect for what came before that trailed the way for shows. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, what's going on with my... Give me a second. Let me have a look. My camera's going a bit funky right now. I keep falling asleep. I don't know, like, okay, was it? Okay, we'll just try it like this. Hopefully that works. Yeah, I think with a lot of like the animes they're watching, like Tokyo Ghoul's a shonen, right? I don't think the first episode was that good, honestly. I enjoyed the series, but yeah.
Third episode of the
Oh.
All right, we just got done watching all.
So let's see. So, what's that? That's I can't remember what it's called now. Fucking hell, my brain's gone dead. But yeah, they're putting like Astrobot, for example, Astro Boy, whatever it's called, in F tier. That was such a good series. and you put in that F tier. Yeah, it's is it Yu Yu Hakusho? I can't remember. Berserk's pretty much like a anime that's not a shonen that a lot of shonen anime lovers like. Naruto, the thing is, I don't even rate Naruto, right? I thought original Naruto was amazing, right? It was such a good series, but Shippuden was so bad in my opinion. He did nothing over the entire series, right? In Shippuden, Naruto does he learns one ability the entire season. He learns Rasen Shuriken, and that's it. And then he just gets like bullshit power-ups that have nothing to do with like any sort of hard work or well, he gets Sage Mode through hard work and training, but then like everything else, like Sage Mode and stuff, is just through like sheer luck of bloodline, basically. But like, yeah, elemental types as well. Like I do not rate Naruto as a series, right? Like I said, the original series was like a solid 9 or 10 for me, right? But Shippuden was just so disappointing. I didn't even like finish it, and then like, well, I'm in my like first watch of it, I just kind of stopped, and then I went back like years later to finish it, but it's just disappointing. What else we got? The fact that like Full Metal Alchemist is A tier as well is crazy, because I'd probably say like that and Death Note. Well, Death Note's up there. Like those two are very much shonen animes that are probably like the best animes of all time. Sailor Moon as well. Sailor Moon's only C tier. Bleach, C tier. Devilman, D tier. What? Original Dragon Ball and Inuyasha in D tier. That is crazy. Yeah, they just made so many, like, I know they're only going based off the first episodes, but it was such a bad take. Like Gundam, like the original Gundam, and you're putting it into C tier. Yeah, if it's old, it's low tier. Because the thing is, I've noticed with a lot of anime fans these days is they care far too much about animation quality instead of what the actual story is. So take like One Punch Man, for example, because there's a big controversy right now with the season 3 animation, where they've got like I forgot the character's name, but he's sliding down the hill and people are kicking off about it. But I'm like, as long as the story's good and the animation is good enough to portray what's going on in that story, then it shouldn't be an issue. Like take what was the anime I'm thinking of? Take Record of Ragnarok, right? I love Record of Ragnarok. I think it's a great series, but the animation isn't that great. There's a lot of images. There's a lot of parts in it where it's like the character's like making a slight bit of motion with like a still background, or like the character's still and the background's kind of moving. And I don't mind it because it's still portraying like a really good story. It's still like good enough for what they're trying to portray. But I feel like too many people care far too much about animation these days. But yeah, I just, how can you call yourself anime men and like half? Because wasn't it that they hadn't even seen half these animes or heard of them? Like, how can you like dedicate yourselves to being anime related channel that always talks and watches anime, and you don't even know half the animes, and you can't even like give them a like credible score? And that's kind of the problem, because it's not like, for example, if I make an anime list, then you're probably going to be like, yeah, fair enough, because I'll be like, oh yeah, I haven't seen that, or I watched the first one. Yeah, like, because the thing is, for me, like, I personally prefer the original Dragon Ball series to Dragon Ball Z, because it portrays, it's kind of like loosely based on Journey to the West, right? And then in Z, they kind of go off into like a different path with it. And to me, like, I don't know, like seeing someone just that's meant to be like an anime channel that just like says all these animes are bad is just crazy to me, because these are like the most successful animes each year that they showed. How can you sit there and say that they're bad, or you know, they need to be better? I'm just gonna be right back, so I just got to put some eye drops in. I'm back. Oh, yeah, I've got a bit of a problem with my one eye. Keep having to every so often. Well, I get like a bit of a dry eye every so often, so I've got to put eye drops in. But yeah, it's better now. Right, let's carry on.
An unlikely juggernaut, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. The anime epic has stormed past $555 billion worldwide, making it the highest grossing Japanese film of all time and the top earning anime feature ever released in North America. Where anime movies were once relegated to the margins, Infinity Castle has stunned with $140 million in 2 weekends, by far the biggest US theatrical run ever for a Japanese title. Given the anime fandom's penchant for repeat viewings and the rumored Chinese release still in the works, there's no telling just how rich Infinity Castle's worldwide haul might become.
I've seen all these movies, and the only one I cared about was Demon Slayer. Superman was like a fart in the wind, and Fantastic Four was so predictable I felt like the writing was done by AI.
Meanwhile,
that's a thing as well. Like a lot of these films that... What day are we on? Yeah, a lot of these films, right? Like the superhero movies and stuff, they're just so much the same. They're so similar. You can already tell, like, going in what basically the storyline is. It's just kind of disappointing. Like, there's just no enjoyment or fun in the movies anymore.
Box office movies are dropping 60 to 80% after release weekend, being the norm now, or flopping so badly they get put on ice. Goodbye, Tron.
What was it, Tron Legacy, Tron Ares? You'll never see it again. Kevin Feige and those like him are no longer heralded as saviors or sages of Hollywood, but the harbingers of creative doom.
In 2020, the COVID pandemic exposed new people to the joys of the niche hobby known as anime, manga, model kits, and even Warhammer, just to name a few. But as in all things, once they become popularized or mainstream, they are ruined by the casuals that only enjoy them for their popularity and demand that the new hobby is reshaped around their worldviews or sexual orientations more often than not. This has eroded the American anime scene at an alarming rate. Popular streaming sites are starting to go down, leading to many classic animes that were never localized to the West being lost for probably all time.
Operation Anime shuts down 16 illegal streaming sites.
It's kind of sad, to be honest, isn't it? Because there's a lot of good animes out there that haven't been localized, yet people still watch them and enjoy them. But now, because of stuff like this, you're just kind of like losing access to them.
Teamed up to fight piracy by shutting down anime streaming sites. If you woke up this morning hoping to catch up on One Piece or maybe some Jujutsu Kaisen episodes on your favorite illegal streaming site, you've probably had a rude awakening. You probably discovered that this site doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, this has happened to me, and it was a terrible, terrible day.
I've seen some of my favorite sites that I have used for years that had some of the rarest anime that an American can see get taken down. And I know I'll never see these shows again. The probability of finding them is little next to none unless I go to Japan and pick up the language, which
it just kind of feels like there's not really a legal way to watch anime outside of Netflix and Crunchyroll. And like I watch a lot of the animes on Netflix, or like at least I'm still like working my way through them. But I've heard like a lot of people don't like Crunchyroll, so I just don't want to. Like, they say it's like problematic and stuff, so I'm just like avoiding it at the moment. But I know I did use it a few years, like earlier in the year, because I had like a free trial. So I watched a couple of animes on it. But yeah, for example, like there's animes that I want to watch, right, that I can't find anywhere, even on Crunchyroll. And it kind of sucks because you've got like, so like one of the ones that I really enjoyed growing up was like Sayuki, which is like an alternative version of, it was like an alternative version of like Journey to the West. Where it's more kind of like futuristic, like modern day, and they're basically like hunting demons and stuff and trying to get the scriptures. And they had, I think it was three series for it and several movies. And to this day, I think you can only find, legally, you can only find like one series and like one of the movies, and then you might be able to come across a few episodes on like YouTube or something, but it's just impossible to find these to watch and enjoy, which just sucks.
I'm just too stupid for. But this is the price of mainstream appeal. Once companies realize there's money to be made, they make sure they control every avenue to said product. But there are still some pirate sites that remain, and they pull massive numbers.
The world's largest anime piracy site has surpassed both Disney Plus and Crunchyroll in monthly visits. The unknown site is doing 364 million, Disney 343, Crunchyroll 125 million.
Crunchyroll sucks, and so does Disney. It's criminally ass. With big companies taking more interest in anime streaming like Warner Brothers and Netflix, I think even Disney's getting into making some anime shows. Ugh.
Crunchyroll is
imagine that Disney starts releasing anime.
Monopoly, which you might not think is a bad thing till they drop a show you like, and Lord knows some anime DVDs, trying to find them is like trying to find a rare Pokemon or something. And the secondhand market for your favorite niche anime, you know, the ones that nobody really talks too much about, like Asoba-sen, something like that, dude, it's $300-400 for the box set.
Yep.
Dude, you can't get Season 2 and Season 3 of Hajime no Ippo on Blu-ray right now. It's $200 a piece. For a DVD, it used to be $30.
See, the thing is, I don't mind, right, Netflix, Crunchyroll and whatnot giving, like, basically, like, having animes, right? But have the entire series. Like, if you're gonna have, like, for example, Hajime no Ippo, have every series, not just like 1 and 3 or like 4 and 2. You know, just have it all so people can go there and watch all of it instead of going like there for like 2 seasons and then trying to find the rest. But it's like that with a lot of media now.
Fucker! Oh my god, you son of a bitch!
Crunchyroll removes 2 animes from the platform, Death Paradise and 91 Days. They removed a lot more than that. Like Claymore, you can technically still watch them via their Amazon Video channel, Roku channel. Claymore, the anime, has officially been removed from Crunchyroll, no longer any platforms that stream it legally.
Of course, because Claymore is one of those great animes. Slash manga, but manga then anime. You know what I'm saying, right? It's one of the best to come out there, and it is a crime that it never got a full anime.
Oh, and did I mention that the localization for some of these major streaming
Wait, what? They removed Bleach from Crunchyroll. Why would they do that? Like, Bleach is one of the most popular mainstream animes you can get.
Translating through AI.
I'm dead inside.
Crunchyroll ran embarrassingly bad ChatGPT subtitles on new anime series. The streamer previously said it had no plans to use AI in the production of its anime program. The subtitles for one of Crunchyroll's newest anime series make it pretty clear that
that's the annoying thing, because you've got to like have subscription after subscription just to watch an entire series.
Company is going all in on ChatGPT. This week's viewers logged in to Crunchyroll to check out the Studio Gokumi's Necronomicon and Cosmic Horror Show. Many were surprised to see that the series subtitles were filled with typos, grammatical errors, and explicit references to ChatGPT. The subtitles seem very much like text that had been generated with AI and slapped onto Necronomicon.
But so I'm going to be a bit of a hot take here, right? I don't think this is bad, right? As bad as it could be, right? Because you have a lot of so you have like a lot of localizers that make things too political. Like, they start putting politics and like Western stuff into it that has nothing to do with the show. Like, we had it a few months back where there was like a big uproar about it. So if it's got to the point where they're starting to use ChatGPT and stuff like that to translate it, I don't think that's necessarily a problem on the company. It's more a problem on like Western localizers.
And Cosmic Horror Show without first being reviewed
I mean,
and edited.
Obviously it's not great, and you'd want to see them use localizers, but if the localizers are being a problem, what other choice do they have?
For accuracy.
Money, please.
Holy Jesus. You know that site pulls in millions of dollars a year, and they couldn't even be bothered to double check this.
Corporate anime streaming sites always looking to add AI and not hire real humans. But to be fair, localization has been so bad, fans have begun to complain to Japan about anti-censorship of the anime on Twitter.
My colleagues around the world have told me about many examples of censorship in the name of localization. I'm often surprised by them, and I think the Japanese people have been slow to acknowledge this issue. However, in my recent years, it's become a very important topic for Japan, which aims
that's
to
the
be
thing.
a nation built on
if you're gonna watch
culture.
like an anime or whatever, just focus on what the anime says. Like, obviously there's like certain things that aren't like an easy to understand translation, right? So you're gonna like change them up a bit, but they just make it too political these days, or too like hot takey. Like, if you go back and watch like older animes, like I remember I watched a couple of episodes of Beyblade like a few months ago, and I was watching it dubbed because it was on YouTube, and there is like some sort of like Western type jokes in there, but it's not political or anything. It's just like, you know, it's something that like someone in the West would understand or be able to relate to, so it's not too bad. But when you're making it like super political and stuff, it's just not good.
Japanese people also read the messages in the reply section. Please continue to tell us about it.
So you're in a rock and a hard place if you're an American. If they hire someone to localize it, you gotta pray it's not some person that feels the need to rewrite things and reinterpret it.
Or you get ChatGPT, and then if
you
Let me read that. Changes term new camera into new trans. Why are they doing that? Because they're not even trans technically, are they, in this? They're aren't they just like men that dress up as women? So they're just cross-dressers. I mean, I think the only one that... Oh, they're not. I can't remember. Because I'm... Cross-dressing, yeah. Because I know, like... I guess Ivankov is the only one you can kind of say is trans because of, like, how their powers work. But the rest of them are just men in women's clothing.
Interpret it.
Or you get ChatGPT. And then, if you want the fan subs, which are far better, the fan subs do everything. They give you the lyrics.
We're learning about anime and how it's going downhill in the West.
To the anime song and who did it. If there's text on the screen, they translate it. This corporate crap, they do the bare minimum and want to be paid for it, dude. And it's not limited to anime either. Even video games like Dragon Quest deal with Western gender politics or the culture war that we're locked in that they feel needs to be projected onto content from other countries.
Creator of Dragon Quest, Yoji Horii, I probably got that wrong, explains how the West is forcing him to censor Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I remember seeing this as well.
To conform to gender ideology and how it negatively influences Japan.
あとすごい話題になってたそのコスチュームとか当時とそのままなのかどうなのかみたいな。
Let's have a look at this. I mean, oh, I see. She's got like shorts on, hasn't she? Oh, I see. She got shorts and then she's got like a top on underneath the breastplates. I don't know.
のがありましたよね、また。
まあね、いろいろ規制もあってね、露出してきちゃいけないとかね。
そこ、まあちょっとあんまり深掘りする気は。
コンプラっていう名のね、やっぱりね、ある種のね、なんだろうな、絶対心というべき、善の名を借りた悪みたいなのがあるよね。
It's not a good way to describe the West, is it?
不快感を覚えないなんてことはないわけ。だって不快なことを覚える動向でもいいわけよ。だって綺麗汚いとかさ、善悪って人それぞれに感じ方があるわけ。
That's true. That's true.
物事はやっぱり根っこにあるのはやっぱり絶対やっちゃいけないことだけいくつかあって、それさえやらなきゃあとはいいじゃない。そういうのがない。
Let me try and let me see if I can move this over slightly. That's not gonna work, is it? Just have to leave it where it was. We get the general idea though, don't we? I need to adjust it later.
英米の方から来てるその宗教的な概念から来るその正教徒の考え方ってアメリカにあるじゃない。彼らのコンプラの考え方って本当ね狭い。でだから向こうでコミックス出す時に全部その年齢で区切ってやらなきゃいけない。少年ジャンプの漫画だったら13アップ13歳以上じゃないと出せない。私は全部リテイクでなきゃいけない。でそれを訴訟が起きるそのために保険も入らなきゃいけない。もうこんなねバカな国とね。
Fan effing
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's right. Here, negatively influences Japan. Imagine these creative titans being forced to conform to the mental midgets that would find their work offensive because it doesn't affirm their worldview. This shouldn't be happening, but it is. And this
thing is, can't they do it like one way for like Japan and stuff, and then another way for the West? I know it's technically more work for them, but at least then it's not really ruining their perception of it. And then it keeps like the Western side happy too.
This is why I don't want Western influence in Japanese entertainment. We, as fans of anime and manga, want to escape our culturally and spiritually bankrupt society in the West, since we don't have enough money to flee the country. I forgot to mention a few more stupid points of Crunchyroll, because I'm a petty bitch, so I'm gonna give them to you now. On October 30th, Crunchyroll started removing shows, so people started unsubscribing. Crunchyroll then made it as miserable as an experience as trying to get out of your Adobe contract early.
Crunchyroll membership and being asked to provide bank statements. I want to cancel my membership. I did not want to dispute a charge, nor did I say anything to indicate that. I couldn't find a cancel membership option in the settings, so I contacted support for help. The support agent asked for my name and email associated with the account. Reasonable. Then the support agent asked for the card type and the last 4 digits and expiration of the card. I don't think I have ever had to provide this info to cancel an account, but not unreasonable.
Yeah,
Then
bank statements is kind of wild, isn't
screenshot
it?
of my bank statement showing the charge from them. That seems really strange to me. What could they possibly need that info for? Same happened with me. I want to change my username and they asked for the screenshot of the transaction. Provided them that and they changed my username.
You might say, Gundo, you're biased. Okay, check this out. Crunchyroll's customer service is handled by mostly AI bots now. Ironically, it's as if they didn't learn the lesson from AI translation on their anime, but whatever, right?
Stupid account management. I want to increase my membership so I could read some manga, but was informed by Crunchyroll's AI help bot that I have to cancel my membership and wait for it to expire before I can upgrade. This is asinine. If I have to cancel my membership, I likely won't be renewing it at a higher tier. Crunchyroll is making it intentionally difficult to give them more
That's
money,
crazy.
and I'm betting it's because they are trying.
How are they saying like, oh, if you want to upgrade your sub, upgrade your account, you've got to cancel it first and then apply for that one?
Trying to make it harder to cancel overall. I can't believe that such a stupid, unforced error would be made. This is how you lose subscribers, not keep them.
Shut up and buy more, Shadow. One thing is crystal clear. Hollywood is coming for anime, and I do not think it's a good thing.
Sony Group deepens its investment in Bloomberg anime sector. With Japanese animation forecast to become a $600 billion business by 2030, Sony is leveraging its assets behind the category. We are very bullish about the overall growth of anime and what that means for us.
You know, years ago I would have thought this was awesome, but after seeing what happened with One Punch Man Season 3, I'm very pessimistic for the future. Now, if they went back to, hand animation, like in the 80s and 90s, I'd be down for that. But we're not getting that. We're going to get slop 2D, 3D animation. What a stupid time to be alive. Anyway, Sony passed up buying Warner Brothers to focus on anime. That is a clear sign that superheroes are dead. And when you think about it, so's Harry Potter.
Sony announces it won't be bidding to buy Warner Brothers because it's focused on the growth market like anime.
Who wouldn't be?
We have no desire for big mergers and acquisitions.
Yeah, no one really cares about like superhero movies and stuff anymore, do they? Like we had like the big boom where it was like everyone was really excited for them, but I just feel like they're too similar, like story-wise, most of the time, and now there's too many of them. If it like, we went through so many years where you'd had like Marvel was pushing out like 5-6 movies, and yeah, but that was the thing, because I remember like years ago at my last workplace, there was a guy that I was friends with, and he was like super into his superhero movies, and he got into like he got upset because I basically said that I don't have an interest in them anymore because they are just churning them out too much. There's too many in a year and there needs to be less. Yeah, but that's the thing as well, because they're picking, like, in my opinion, some of the lamest superheroes as well. Like, if you're gonna do superheroes, then do cool ones. Do ones that people actually like. Not like, I mean, what have we had? Let's have a look at what superheroes they've got for what phase is it? Is it phase 6? Marvel phase 6. It's phase 6, isn't it? Yeah, I'd love a Gambit movie, but I don't think they're going to, are they? So phase 6, which is what we're currently in. You've got Fantastic Four. Okay, they're all right. Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man's been around for like what, 3 phases now. Avengers Doomsday. Avengers Secret Wars. TV series, you got Eyes of Wakanda. Like we've had like what, 2 Black Panther movies, and now it's not even Black Panther anymore, is it? It's is it Shiori or whatever her name was? It's his sister, isn't it? Marvel Zombies. Wonder Man. Like Daredevil's all right. Vision Quest. Like Vision Quest is just like you've had like Vision in the movies, right? And then you had him in WandaVision, and now you're putting him in his own series as well. And then we're getting another. Oh, it's an animated series for Spider-Man. Phase before this, phase 5. What did we have? We had Ant-Man and the Wasp, which was like, okay, it was another Ant-Man movie, but we didn't really need it. Especially because like they've basically scrapped out pretty much everything that Ant-Man and the Wasp was setting up. Oh, that too, if the writing was better. Guardians of the Galaxy, like, I'll be a bit biased here because I did enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy as a whole, but I don't think 2 or 3 really lived up to the first one. The Marvels, like, I do not think I've spoke to a single person that like thoroughly enjoyed that movie. Deadpool and Wolverine, that was good. I'll give them credit there. That was a good one. Captain America Brave New World, that I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not, but the ending just was not good. It could have been so much better, but it was just, it didn't make sense the way they set it all up. Thunderbolts, I mean, it's just basically like a bunch of super soldiers, isn't it, really? Just like, is what it is. Could be better. And then you've got this TV series. You've got Secret Invasion, which I don't think anyone I know that actually likes Marvel movies and stuff, like they enjoyed it. Loki was like all right, but could have been better. What if I didn't mind because it takes like ideas. Hey, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. What if was cool because they took like alternative ideas. Monkey. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So they take like alternate ideas of like what if this happened in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and whatnot. So that was pretty cool. Echo. I can't even remember who that was. Wasn't that like Kingpin's daughter or something? Can't remember. Working for Wilson Fisk. Yeah. She's just like I can't even remember what her power was. Let me see. A deaf amputee that uses martial arts. Daughter of adoptive niece of Wilson Fisk. Yeah. She's just like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm not too bad, thank you. Just watching a few videos tonight. Yeah, so Echo was just kind of like, she just did martial arts and was deaf and an amputee. She was... Hey, thank you, thank you. She's basically like a worse version of Daredevil, essentially. What else did you have? Agatha all along. I mean, I heard a few people enjoyed it, but it wasn't like a super big series. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man again, Daredevil Born Again, Ironheart. Everyone I've spoke to about Ironheart said it was not a good series because it's so contradictory, right? Like they're trying to make out that like Tony Stark was just like a rich person that like just throw his money at everything, and then they don't even go over the fact that like in one of the movies he literally builds what he needs in a cave from scrap metal, and they're trying to act like he just needs his money for everything. But yeah, and then yeah, I just felt like they could have picked a better superhero to have the series on, because it's just basically like you've already got Iron Man, right? I'd understand if like you wait until after Secret Wars and then you bring in Ironheart then, because you kind of give in time for Iron Man to like his kind of legacy to like have some time to like cool down, get its like peace and whatnot. And they just brought her in far too early, and I don't think she was that good either. Phase 4, we had Black Widow. Fair enough, because I think at that point she kind of deserved her own movie. Shang-Chi. Now, I like Shang-Chi, but I feel like it would have been better if it was just a series instead of a movie, especially because like, again, the same with Ant-Man. Ant-Man and Shang-Chi set up for a storyline that they're not even going down now. Eternals. Like, did anyone like Eternals? I don't think anyone liked Eternals. Spider-Man No Way Home, that was good. That was good. But I think the Spider-Man movies are being like fairly good. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it wasn't a bad movie, but it would have been better as like a TV show. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, that was all right. Thor Love and Thunder was all right. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I haven't watched it, so I can't say. I've only seen the first one, so I don't know if it was any good. TV series WandaVision, I didn't watch it, but I've heard it was decent. Falcon and Winter Soldier. The thing is, right, if you're doing Falcon and Winter Soldier right, did we need a Captain America movie where they're both like basically the main characters in it? Because you've already got a series. It just kind of defeats the point in my opinion. Loki season 1, What If, Hawkeye. I don't think Hawkeye needed the series, to be honest. You could have like kind of shown his backstory a bit in like the Black Widow, like in a Black Widow movie or something. Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight was good. I think a lot of people enjoyed Moon Knight. Miss Marvel. I wasn't a fan. They were kind of ruined it because they changed her powers. Like, how are you going to put a superhero in and then completely change how their powers work? And then She-Hulk was horrendous. Too busy twerking with Meg Thee Stallion in it. Shang-Chi did pretty good job, not gonna lie. Sure, it could have been a TV show, but then people wouldn't have known much about the character. That's true, that's true. Let Hawkeye retire to his family and be done with it. Yeah, that's the way it should be. Kamala in the MCU is not done good. Yeah, that's it. I just think people are just getting tired of like superhero movies, even DC side of things. But DC just has been struggling for how long to just do one solid movie. If it's not Batman, they just seem to suck. Because I think because DC is kind of like more darker and grittier, and it makes sense for Batman, but it doesn't really work for a lot of the other superheroes because they don't make it dark and gritty enough, right? And I think that's kind of the problem. You know what? Maybe I'll do this in theater mode, and that's how we fix. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. You know, that should edit transform. There we are. That's better, isn't it? We can see the full video now. Yeah, I think they just need to chill with Superman because, like, he's a good hero, right? And he's likable, but they just keep redoing it too much, man. Just give the guy a break, man.
Deals in the U.S. film industry right now.
Because they are not doing that well.
Simply adding together the current movie studios doesn't strike me as leading to a big gain in profitability, for which scale is everything, so it can create its own position even without becoming one of the top players. The global market for anime is just drawing right now and will continue to grow by double digits for a while. We are focused on growth markets. It's important to have corporate relationships that foster original works. Yeah.
Goodbye, Batman and Superman. James Gunn might be fired soon.
Japanese anime boom is attracting wealthy investors. Major conglomerate. From Hollywood giants to loaded conglomerates, everyone is investing in anime.
Hollywood wants to make more live-action movies and shows made for streaming based on anime. Just a crazy idea, but why not just invest in anime?
Netflix's My Hero Academia movie is taking inspiration from the unlikely show. The film's writer Jason Fuchs also happens to be showrunner for it. The screenwriter best known for Argylle and Ice Age, Continental Drift, serves as a co-showrunner for HBO's It prequel series.
Oh my god.
Here's a crazy idea, Netflix. You know, hear me out.
They said the
Instead of
James
doing
Gunn
a live-action My Hero Academia that will obviously be 100% garbage, if not 70% garbage.
Oh, I need to go back. Look at that. Oh, John Cena, The Rock, Dwayne. Is that Timothy Chalamet? I can't tell it. I think it is, isn't it? Friggin' Timothy. Yo, John Cena follows me on Twitter as well. Winning in life, I am. Ugh. Friggin' Rock, man.
That will obviously be 100% garbage, if not 70%
Hey,
garbage.
nice.
Sort of The Stranger. Do
yeah, he follows a lot of
get the original
like content creators,
studio,
doesn't he?
That would be hot. Not this. This is not hot. There are a few shows like this in the works, including the live-action Gundam.
Hey, I see what you did there. I see what you did.
With Sydney Sweeney, and God knows why she's in it. I guess it's because she's got nice knockers.
Sydney Sweeney in final talks for the Gundam movie at Legendary.
Like, there's a good shot these live-action films are gonna eat ass, and I will squeal in horror. And frankly, it's clear the writing is on the wall.
So I kind of feel with The Rock, right? He was like good when he first came out doing movies, but it's got to the point where he's just like he just plays like one like personality style, which is his own, and like he just plays that in every movie, right? It's not like in one movie he's playing Dave and in another one he's playing Steve. It's like he's playing The Rock in every movie. Yeah, that's basically it. But I feel like there's a lot of actors like that these days. He only has one speed. It's like what's his name? The short comedian that he's friends with. Single core processor. His friend, the comedian. I forgot his name. The short dude. My mind's going blank right now. Kevin Hart, that's it. Yeah, it's like Kevin Hart. He just plays himself in every movie. Like he was in the Borderlands movie, right? Playing what was the character called? No, it wasn't Brick. It was Borderlands movie characters. Movie characters. He played. Where is he? Roland. He played Roland, and obviously in the games, like Roland's like a tall, like very like military focused dude. And from what I haven't watched the movie, but from like the clips I've seen with Kevin Hart in them, he's just Kevin Hart the whole time. He's just joking around and stuff, and like cracking jokes, and it's not how Roland is. So he's not even attempting to like portray the character. I think the person that did the best in that movie was the one that played Krieg, but even then, he didn't like fully play Krieg to like that well. But like he did what he could.
Superheroes are out. Shonen is in. Hollywood doesn't love or respect these IPs. One look at how superheroes are handled, and you can see that. The never-ending quest to appease the modern audience doesn't lead to creativity. It leads to stagnation. Shows and movies ruled by committee. My God, the Secret Invasion's already lining up to be trash. And as someone who enjoyed the Secret Invasion comics, everyone should be fired for what they did to the Skrulls. These companies see anime and manga only as something to make money. It's no longer about telling a story or even making art. It's about content now. That permeates the industry like a wet fart, just stinking up everything so bad you can taste it. They are no different than miners drilling into a mountain or a piece of land for rare earth minerals. And once they've all been collected, they move on to the next big dig site. And all that's left, in most cases, is an unlivable mess for the wildlife. And I hate to break it to you.
That's such a good statement, actually. Because it's so true as well, isn't it? Like, they'll just like drain everything they can out of something and then just move on to the next. Like they've done it with Star Wars. They're trying to do it with Lord of the Rings. They're starting to do it with Marvel, like superheroes. Now they're gonna start doing it with anime. It's just downhill constantly, isn't it?
You are the rare blue jay that will be displaced by this mining operation of trying to make money off of things that people actually still care about, because the creatives today aren't that creative, and the people who put money up are too chicken shit to put it into something new and interesting. Everyone's just trying to get as much as they can before Terminator Judgment Day comes to pass. And on that note, I'm out of here. Adios, bichachos. And remember to subscribe to this crap just so I could stick it to the people at YouTube. Once I hit 1 million, we're gonna do something really sexy with motorcycles.
Yeah, it's good video, to be fair. Definitely a lot to think about, and kind of worrying that this is probably the way that anime is gonna go. There's gonna be more live action, isn't there? And we're not gonna like it either. Right, let's grab another one to watch. So I thought we'd watch something a bit more relaxed now as well. So I don't know if you've ever watched Jubilee videos, but they bring on various people, and they'll have like different things. So this one we're gonna watch is 5 gang members versus 1 fake in Odd One Out. So what their goal is, they're gonna go through a series of questions, like asking each other questions over a round, and then they vote people out, and they're trying to get rid of the one fake person, basically. But there's usually a twist to it, so I'm curious if they're gonna do a twist in this one, because the last one I saw was like 5. It was meant to be like 5 black guys and 1 white guy. But no, sorry, it was meant to be 5 white guys and 1 black guy, and they were trying to guess who was the black guy to vote him out, but they were all black. So it was just 6 black guys pretending to be white. It's pretty funny, but we'll jump into this one.
I'm in a gang.
I'm in a gang.
I'm in a gang. I'm in a gang.
I'm in a gang.
I am in a gang.
One of them is Lion.
Where you grew up at?
Queens.
Oh, New York.
Yeah.
Where you from?
Queens.
Like any neighborhood?
Yeah, East Elmhurst, 97th Street.
Okay, how about you, my man?
East Dino.
Where at?
Guthrie's.
Okay.
Watching San Gabriel Valley.
I grew up in West LA. From Playboy's.
I feel like Cindy's gonna be in the gang, isn't she?
Elm Street Power.
Okay, okay. Well, that's when I asked you where you from. But you told me Queens. I'm asking where you from. We're here to find out who's from the hood. Where you from? Huh?
Again, East 16th, Newkirk.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna call my people real quick.
Yeah. How's the jail system over there where you at? You ever been in jail?
I was in the feds and in the state, so the
Okay.
federal game is totally different. So I was in MDC Brooklyn
Right.
and MCC Manhattan, which is for a federal pretrial. I did 3 years in the juvenile and 3 years in the feds.
All right. You went, man?
Nah, not locked up.
No time at all?
No one's asking him. Yo, no one's asking
why?
him the questions though. They need to get on him, because obviously he's like controlling the conversation right now. So they need to like switch it up onto him and start asking him, because otherwise he could be the fake guy and he's just controlling the conversation to try and like make them slip up somewhere or make it look like negative on them. So he can get them voted out and win the money, because there's like a prize at the end of these shows.
Nellis YA. Was at SRCC first. Got out after that, 67 days. Did 8 years and some change. They gave me 10, 85%.
As an adult?
As a,
So it took you into YA too, huh?
Oh, me? No, I missed YA. I went from camp to, after that, to prison, San Quentin.
What level were you in?
2.
So how do they jump you guys in your hood over there where you're from? How do they court you into the neighborhood?
I didn't get involved fully into gang stuff until I went into MDC Brooklyn. I got jumped in.
And you, my man?
Got jumped in.
You jumped in? How many guys?
About 5.
What they call them, remember? Or no? The guys who jumped you in?
Oh, my homies.
What the homies' names? I remember the homies jumped me in. The homie Chapo, the homie Sinbad, the homie Trouble.
All right.
When somebody beats you up, you kind of remember who beats you up.
All right, the homie Dave, the homie Big Mike, and then other nigga I didn't really know.
Okay.
How old are you?
36.
And you say you never been to jail?
Nah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I wasn't even into life like that, man. I was in to get money.
Me too. I'm all about money, but I still end up getting caught.
So who jumped you in the Playboy?
Hey,
You took me way back.
he just better on it. Didn't get caught like that.
It was Sad Eyes, Lazy, Lucky, Grumpy, Baby Tear, and Munchie Chew.
Well, so far, if I was to think, I'm thinking these two guys somewhere here. I don't know why. I just can't figure out which one it is, man. So.
Hey, we didn't ask him no questions.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, now they're clocking on. Now they're clocking on. Now they're clocking on.
You could have did some research, dog.
Why don't you start there?
Okay, you know what? I started banging in 1989, North Hollywood, California, 91606. I'm from the Hollywood boys. They called me Stranger. I ended up going to YA in 91. I got committed for busting on some cops. My YA number 63298. I did about 6 years. I lived through the whole 90s gang banging, and now I'm here just, share my story and kind of change the way I changed my life. That's what it's for. And it's very cool to sit here and try to guess who was that person, so that's why I'm here for.
His demeanor seemed like a cop to me. Like he had put on that sheriff shirt and get against the car.
How long did you get jumped in
There
for?
we are.
It wasn't so much the time, because some would say, 13, because out here south, but mine wasn't one of those.
Man, I'm glad I didn't have to get jumped in. All my family from my neighborhood, so
Oh, so you just you walked in, huh?
Oh, you didn't get jumped in?
I didn't have to.
You were born
we gotta
in?
jump a man. We gotta jump a
You
man.
got born in? Oh.
Let me ask you guys one thing real quick, because you touch on what you were saying. A lot of people always say, especially when you're young, you knew what you signed up for when you signed up for the gang. Did you know what you were signing up for?
Absolutely not.
No, I was told.
Yeah, I was told too.
Laid out like this.
You were told, but sometimes you don't understand. When you're young, like being told but understanding is a different thing. For me, like I was definitely told.
Well, mine didn't do that.
Exactly.
They like, oh, you want to be from the set? Oh, here you go, this right here, go. They did what to your brother, go do that. They didn't tell me about me growing up in life. I'm gonna get shot back in return. I've been shot 9 times, different occasions, ran over twice.
Wow,
One
9
was accident,
times?
One wasn't. That's not no life.
Hey, I'm Cole, and I directed this episode of Odd One Out. If you like this episode and you want to see more like this, subscribe to our channel.
If you grew up in the streets, you'd have been in jail from a juvenile to an adult. So when you
Yeah,
said
I
no,
think.
you're in jail, oh no.
I don't know. I feel like some could get away without going to jail, but a lot of times in this situation, they'll go to jail and they'll kind of reform. So the fact that he hasn't been to jail is a bit sus.
We're Southsiders, so we're 13 seconds. And when he said that he didn't have the 13 seconds, it just sounded a little off.
I've never been to jail. I have been arrested a bunch of times, but I was never been charged with anything.
You have any tattoos?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I think he's. I don't know. I feel like he might be a member.
Yeah, oh man, you better be scared of the feds, homie, because they're gonna get you. I want to know what that tattoo is right there on your hand.
Which one?
That one right there. You know which one I'm talking about.
The placazo.
It's a crown.
Does it mean anything?
It's a crown.
Yeah, there you go.
So you did Fed time?
Yes.
What gang were you from again?
TF.
TF, okay. He had full-blown like Hanyas and like Japanese art. I've never seen no Hispanics with dragons and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It just kind of threw me off a little.
How many different sets of Playboys is
I mean,
what do you mean by
he didn't. That doesn't necessarily mean that he got the tattoos when he was in the gang, right? He could have got them afterwards. So I don't know. It could be a sign, but I also think that like it's not a huge issue either.
sets? Clicks or?
Yeah, clicks. And what clique are you from? The actual, you guys actually have also like a clique? Because clique to me is you could be from the hood, but you could be from the locals, the winos, you know, I know a little bit about gangs, so just a little bit. But it might be a cop, who knows? Oh man, I might be the police, homeboy. You never know.
Yo, he's got them. He's got them.
Because you didn't.
Here, let me finish.
Oh, yeah.
Shot, we found them. We found them. We know who it is. We know who it is.
Yeah, you didn't answer that.
No, he didn't let me finish. Crystal bunnies.
Crystal bunnies?
Yeah.
You heard of that?
I never heard.
Ew.
First tattoo I got was in, when did I get my first tattoo, man? First tattoo was on my stomach, was my homie did it, my homie Chuco did it, busted out the old piano thing on the gun, and doesn't look hot whatsoever. I was about 14, 15 years old.
So, Gil, what organization are you with?
Organization as far as what? Like
gang.
Oh, I never heard it that way. I heard where you
Yeah,
from,
right.
homie.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
you from?
right,
That's
right.
it.
Organization,
yeah, very simple, homie. I grew up on Tierra Street. I'm from Tierra Street locals. You'll still find me on the block drinking a beer with the homies every once in a while, but in a positive way where I'm actually trying to school them and tell them, listen, brother, there ain't no future in this. Like, I want the little homies to look at me and say, I want to be like Stranger. He owns his own home. He's married, taking care of his kids, working and showing the kids how to, you know, there's a better way.
What do you do what do you work right now?
Structural concrete.
I'm a journeyman plumber, union.
Okay, that's what's up.
I try to tell everybody to join, like, because I'm in the 50s getting paid.
I do illegal activities.
I can't do that.
No, I'm just kidding.
She's got jokes, man. I like her.
No, I'm a CNA, a caregiver.
So I go to prisons and speak. I do like Christian content creation too.
I mentioned I own a bunch of companies. My main business is Dealer Synergy. Our clients are big car dealerships all over the United States. So I do like sales training.
That's crazy getting it tattooed on you though.
These companies make over $1.5 billion in additional revenue. I'm also a professional speaker in the National Speakers Association, and I wrote a book about Google. So I'd say it's hard to classify. I mean, more than anything else, I'm an entrepreneur. I invest in businesses. How long have you been speaking at prisons and stuff?
I've been doing this since 2016.
How did you get clearance for that? Weren't you busted before?
Mm-hmm. No, but once you're off and you get your stuff right, you can do that. Cause I know another person to do it. Been in prison, but now he go to the prison and speak.
That's very cool, man. Yeah. If he really does it.
I got a question for you. You live out in LA or?
No, I flew in for the show. I live in South Jersey, in Medford, New Jersey.
Oh, because I don't hear an accent or.
I'm 46. I worked my ass off to get rid of my accident.
Yeah, well, good job.
Thank you.
Who gets rid of their accent? Why you get rid of your accent, Holmes?
Are you kidding me? It's already bad enough. You know what I mean? People judging you and shit like that. So you gotta turn around and you gotta look the part, feel the part if you're trying to turn around and.
How do you say water, bro?
Water.
Water.
I had a question about where you were talking about tattoos. Your first tattoo was made with a homemade gun?
Yeah, the homemade gun.
With what did?
It was a guitar string.
Oh, I thought you said piano. I was like.
No. We can't afford no pianos. in the
like
hood,
piano.
Man. Nah.
He did. No, he did. Hold on.
The old piano thing.
Hey. Caught him out. She caught him.
Guitar. Maybe I said piano, but I'm sticking to guitar right now.
I'm still curious why I won't show the tattoos.
That's the point as well. He ain't shown any tattoos.
He just didn't seem thugged out. He seemed a little polished. No disrespect. I'm not saying he was soft or like that, but he just did not scream like thugga.
Wow. I thought he would have stayed.
A little bit miffed that I got voted off, but it's all good. My story is just kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So it might have sounded like it was a plant, and I knew that coming in.
Yeah, I feel like he had a lot going on.
That's how the feds used to do to me too.
Oh, putting that wire on you?
That's how you do it, Playboy. No pun intended.
He be joking a little too much, huh?
Why you bullshitting,
Man, keep it 100, man.
Raise your hand if you want to keep playing because you think the mole is still in there.
That little doubt, man.
Let's run it. Damn, you guys do think it's me, huh?
I feel like it is him, though, right?
I think he is.
He's the mole?
Nah,
That's Mad Ball, man. You can't have a name like Mad Ball
Elm
and be the
Street
mole.
Pyro. Who's some of your homies? Did anybody do time in Ironwood?
I don't know that. My homies is in all in prison, so I can't tell you who in that one.
You only spent time in prison once, or?
Twice.
How many years?
2.
2? At what % did they give you?
What you mean, what percent? It was halftime.
Okay.
What did you get busted for?
You know, be on probation, get caught with a gun, violation.
And you're in a level 2?
Yeah.
For a firearm?
That ain't, my points wasn't high.
Finish this sentence for me, all right? The higher the socks.
The downer the fool.
Okay. The only one right here, I'll be straight honest, would be her right now.
Yeah, I think she's definitely a gang member, isn't it?
You could be lying. Me, I know you think I'm not from the hood, but I am from the hood, so this thing really makes it interesting.
That's
You know, it's hard to tell with him, right? Because he gives me very much like cop vibes with how how much interrogating he's doing, but I feel like there's a good chance that he's actually like a former gang member. It's hard to tell, like, because the only other one I'd say was probably a gang member was the one they voted out last round. So I don't know if it's not one of them two. I don't know who it is.
Right. That's exactly what Gil said, because I'm not willing to take the chance, homie. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect. That's no disrespect.
She's the mole. She's just staying quiet over there. She's just staying
I'm
quiet.
just soaking it in.
Nobody never been shot. I'm the only person been shot.
I've been shot.
How many times you get shot?
9.
On different occasions?
5.
Man.
First time I got shot was 5 times. 2 times right here in the shoulder, 1 on the side of the face, and 1 on this side of my buttocks, and it came out over here. When I got shot with the AK was another time, 2 times on this side and this side. Then I got shot by some of your people.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Asians, they didn't have, and they weren't trying to shoot me though. They were shooting at some other Asians. So my homeboys was security guards at the club in Westminster. We black, we being nosy, peeking out there. Man, one of them must have pulled out a gun, got the shooting. A bullet came through the door, hit me right in this leg. I fell to the ground. It was so funny. I'm like, oh, I'm hit. My homeboy started laughing. Like, we called my mama, like, oh, your son got shot. First thing she say is, my car okay? Because I've been shot again. But it was funny.
Yo, your son's being shot. Is my car okay, though? That's a violation, that is.
Amazing how we can talk about some guy getting shot 9 times and be like, nonchalant, but hopefully the future generations don't have those kind of conversations as much anymore.
Man, I try to talk to him and tell him.
Yeah, I tell my little homies all the time, man, like, you guys don't want to live this way.
But they think it's cool, though, like.
Right.
I tell them you can live like a dope dealer. You don't got to be a dope dealer. You can be a plumber. You could be.
Yeah, we the best. The plumber's the best.
Well, you can live like a, I'm really looking at his tattoos and thinking, does he have fake tattoos? You know, they put some movie star type tattoos on him. And I voted for him that time around. Sorry, Madball.
Yeah, I think Gil's gonna go now, ain't he?
And that's no disrespect.
There was a tie.
Oh.
Gil and Madball. 1 minute to just pitch why you think you're not the mole.
I actually have a YouTube platform called American Cholo. Why? Because I lived the Cholo life to the fullest. The last 20 years I've been living the American life to the fullest. That way I push American Cholo. That's the way I speak, and maybe not sound like as your typical Cholo, but if you guys don't think I'm the Cholo, that's actually a good thing because I'm breaking the stereotype there.
Well, me, y'all can probably hear it in my voice. Do I sound like a square person? You know, you look at me, the average. I might scare you on the streets if you don't know me, like, here, but nah. I don't know, I'm just like, I could never be a mole. I don't believe in snitches.
It's got to be Gil, right? It's got to be.
And Gil to the green room.
Man, I'm gonna run there real quick. I'm gonna go run there real quick.
Catch a blind, bro. Catch a blind. So why I think it's Madball? I said, how much %? And then he goes, what you mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and he goes, halftime. Like,
Yeah,
right? He
then
said
level
San
2.
Quentin. San Quentin level 2.
No
Look,
good.
I was locked up when I caught my gun charge too, and I never went to level 2. I always went to level 3. What you
No,
think?
I agree.
All
I
right,
agree.
For sure. Just bring them in.
Oh,
Look at that.
Is it Mad Bull then?
I'm about to cry.
They took your crate away.
I'm like, oh, I know they're gonna get Gil for sure. He's out of here. I wasn't expecting me.
Please raise your hand on 3, meaning you want to continue playing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay. If the box turns red,
I think it's Gil. It's got to be Gil, right?
the mole is still in the box, and they win the cash prize for themselves. If the box turns green, that means you 3 split the cash prize and you have correctly guessed who the mole is. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
Who was it then?
On the count of 3, the mole can stand up.
It's gotta be.
1, 2.
It's gotta be Sean, right? This dude. Or is it this dude? It's one of these two, I think. I'm feeling it's this dude though.
3.
Oh wow, they got him out first round. Yeah, I don't know why he said he hasn't done prison time. He would have been better off just trying to lie about it, like try and like act nonchalant with it. Because I feel like if you're in a gang and like some of the stuff he was saying, you're gonna have gone to prison at some point.
I told you that from the get-go. Never been in jail?
Sure, I went to jail. A lot of my homeboys did it. I was around it, so if I really wanted to, I could have, but reason why I didn't gang bang is because my family made sure I didn't gang bang. I just stayed away from it pretty much.
That's good. You made the right choice, man. You made the right choice.
Yeah, he made the right choice.
I was a little nervous about this because I had to sit there and lie to actual gang members.
When I see a person, these young kids running around like going crazy, I don't really judge them because I was one of those kids, you know? And if I had somebody like me, I feel like back then, I don't think I would have lived even half as miserable as I did.
Someone like me, an ex-gang member, ex-convict, ex-piece of shit, has a shot at that American dream. As long as there's breath in our lungs, we have an opportunity to change.
There's always a second chance. And
That's
I'm just
true.
hoping to give a young person that that hope that he can change his life, and hopefully will.
Yeah, that was a good video. It wasn't who I thought it was. Would have been. I mean, they took him out so fast that I didn't really suspect him. I was a bit suspicious because of him not saying he'd been to jail, but I thought it was going to be Gil, or was it Sean? But yeah, that was a good one. Let's switch over. So yeah, that was a pretty nice video. We've had a good chat tonight, good bunch of videos as well. So I'm going to be streaming tomorrow as well. So I've got to get my car service tomorrow, so I'll be off work for that. Once I get my car back, I'll probably look to stream, and then what I'll do then is I'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll do some gaming, bit of chatting and whatnot, but tomorrow midnight for me, there's a announcement for Warhammer. They're doing like a big end of year announcement, which is going to show loads of previews and stuff. So I'm probably going to live stream that and kind of like live react to it. I might do a few speculations as well, but we'll have to see. I already know that there's going to be some stuff for Grand Cathay, which is what I'm looking forward to. But I'm curious to see what else they're gonna like announce. And then Saturday we'll do a nice long stream, and then on is it Saturday? I need to double check, but either on Saturday night or on Sunday night, I've got a collab with Silinx. So he's got a podcast he does, and I'm going to be on that chatting to him. I'm not sure. I need to double check what time it is, but I think it's like 2 a.m. for me. So I think it's going to be Sunday or Monday morning for me. So we'll be doing that. I won't be streaming it, but I'll like do like a tweet to kind of promote it beforehand. But yeah, we'll be, like I said, tomorrow we'll do some gaming, do a bit more chatting. We'll live react to the Warhammer announcements, and then Saturday we'll do a nice stream as well. And then Sunday, we got the podcast with Silence. So we got a busy week. I'm off work on Monday, but because of the time of the podcast, I'm probably not going to stream on Monday because I'll be like catching up on sleep. But yeah, I've enjoyed today. Like I said, I'm going to try and figure out what I want to do with the emotes. And I've got a new background coming as well for this scene. So I'll probably look to... well, I should get the sketch tomorrow. So I can kind of like hopefully get it next week or the week after. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to go chill for a bit before bed. But yeah, take it easy. We're not going to raid anyone today. We'll keep it short and sweet. Thank you, and I will catch you tomorrow.